Take 2.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This week on Humpcast, actress Jenn Nangle drops in. You aren't safe, even on the railways. Cops are VR troopers. Tom Holland and Daisy Ridley are in a giant sausage party. Dan Trachtenberg pulls a Houdini, and a Power Ranger is born for a new generation. You're listening to Humpcast.
Hit it already!
Welcome to Humpcast, everybody, the show where a couple of buds get buzzed and drink a G&T with Jenn, the Blood Queen. My name is Garrett A.M. Lee.
I'm Ryan D.
And I'm Ricky T.
Fucked that up a second time. You did it again. You fucked
You
that
had
up
a
worse.
second chance.
I did, and I fudged it. I'm sorry, guys. I fudged it up. Today we have a very special guest, Ms. Jenn Nangle. Hello.
Hello.
Jenn Nangle is our buddy. She is a writer, producer, actress, blood queen. She is in various films and stuff.
Oh, God.
My God, he had a second
lost
take to do all of the intro. And he
I'm
did
so
it.
feeling the love right
Fucking it
now.
up.
No,
What happened?
I like it better this way. It's more personal. It works out better. Trust me.
All right, before we talk to Jenn and what she actually does, since Garrett, fucked
Did I
that
not
part
cover
up.
that?
You have a third try now.
I mean, it's pretty good.
Think
Well,
about
I
it.
thought I covered
Think
it.
about it,
We're close.
rehearse it, and then we'll come back to you.
We start off every show with an alcoholic beverage of some sort. So, Ricky, what are you drinking? What are you drinking?
Jesus Christ.
We are all fucked up. It's because we're drinking Lagunitas Brown Sugar. This is a seasonal release, not always around, but when it is, you really got to jump on it because it's delicious. And not only is it just delicious, but it's also 9.7%.
Nice.
It doesn't taste that strong at all, which is very dangerous, but it's goddamn delicious. And it usually comes out around this time, like for the holidays. So check it out when you can.
Yep.
It's our local liquor store, High's Liquor.
Boom.
Shout out
to
High's Liquor.
I can't fucking do this right now.
There we go.
We really need to get them to sponsor us.
We should.
Seriously.
All right, I'm drinking a glass of the same thing.
Same
because,
thing. I brought a 6-pack.
Ricky gave me one, and I'm starting to feel it already. But I
Yeah,
already
it's
had,
strong.
but I also already had 3 Sam Adams before.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
So maybe it's just not that.
All right. Well,
Garrett?
I am drinking like I said, a G&T, but my own version of it. I brought in, if I can reach this shit.
Oh, God.
Oh my God!
That's heavy.
Works out really well. I'm drinking Martin Miller's England Iceland Gin, which is actually really cool. It's really good. You found
That's
a
delicious.
good deal on that. And then I mixed it with not only tonic, but a fresh squeeze lime half and grapefruit bitters.
Damn.
And that's my fancy drink for today. I'm already finishing this one. I'm going to make another one right now.
All right.
Because that's a good idea, right?
Sure.
Exactly.
And Jen, what are you drinking?
Something so not as cool as you guys. I'm drinking
It's all right.
Barefoot Fresh Crisp White Spritzer.
Oh,
Because I
fancy.
got to drive home. I've got like an hour. I got to drive home.
Yeah.
Where are you coming from?
Sherman Oaks.
Oh shit!
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
not an hour.
It was a good hour here.
to get here.
Yeah, to
From
get
traffic.
here.
It'll be like
Yeah,
a
going
half
home
hour to
shouldn't
get
be
back.
You fly by.
Yeah.
Woo!
Take the 101 and take the.
34.
So
Okay. Wait. Go
Oh,
ahead.
okay.
Okay.
So what's up, Jen?
Wow, I think I was gonna do better at that one.
All right.
No?
Take 3. You fucked it up again.
Let's try with Ryan.
Ryan, let's try this.
Okay, well, I'm just looking at what Garrett sent me because we asked you for like a little bit of a bio to send to us, and you sent us a fucking novel.
I
Which
tried,
is great.
I
Which
try
is
to
great.
cover like everything and
Yeah.
try to be a little bit funny and a little serious. So.
Right.
No, yeah. That was good.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm trying to like read through. You have all these awards here that you won.
Yeah.
Are these from where are these awards from?
I
Best
did-
editing in Los Angeles horror competition.
I did a little horror short film called Demonic Attachment. It's based on the haunted house that I grew up in as a kid.
Whoa.
What? Wait. Okay, hold on.
No, she grew up in the Haunted Mansion in Disneyland.
See, now we
Wow.
gotta back up. But before, okay, so you also got most terrifying at the 2016 Top Indie Film Awards
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
for the same film.
Yeah.
Cool.
Were these all for the same film? How many?
Yeah. All these are for the same film.
Wow.
We
That's
did pretty,
awesome.
We did
Yeah.
pretty good. If you
I know there's a lot on there.
Where
Yeah.
can we check this out somewhere? Or?
I can send it to you guys, but right now it's funny. I kind of hit like a lull with this film, and I was talking to the director about a month ago, and I was like, screw this, nothing's happening, we're getting rejected from everything, nobody gives a fuck about us anymore, like we're just so over it. And was like, what's the next step you want to do? And he's like, well, let's look into distribution, maybe we'll put it on Vimeo. And then boom, we got hit with like 2 more festivals, and I won four awards at this one festival, and I was like, ooh, maybe that's a sign that we need to hold on to it a little bit longer. So
Oh, wow.
So we haven't released it yet. But the whole point of making this was to kind of put myself out there in the horror community and be like,
Sure.
this is what I can do.
Was this like your first film to direct, or?
This is my first writing.
Oh, so you wrote it.
Yeah, I wrote it and acted in it and produced it. But
Okay.
yeah. So it was just kind of like, hey, this is who I am. This is what I can do. This is what I'm all about.
Can you give us the premise?
Yeah.
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 Okay.
It's about a woman who is, just not feeling 100%. Like she's super sick, super ill, has no idea what's going on. And pretty much she goes to like all these doctors, and they're like, we don't know. You're totally fine. Everything's cool. And then she's recommended to this psychiatrist who is a little bit more than a psychiatrist, and they figure out that she has a demonic attachment.
Spoiler.
Yeah.
Wait,
Nice.
what's more than a psychiatrist mean? Like they were.
I grew up in a small town called Danvers, which is right near Salem, so it was part of like the whole Salem witch trials. Like that's what I
Yeah.
grew up
Yeah.
for 18 years in life. Was
Nice.
just all of that kind
Cool.
of stuff.
Real life hocus pocus.
Exactly. And so I wanted to play on.
I lit this black flame candle.
I did a couple of spells, and so I wanted to play on the Wiccan religion, and I kind of used witches as good instead of evil and bad and dark. So we do kind of like a Wiccan ritual.
Cool.
Oh,
film.
cool.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's an all woman cast.
Oh, I don't know why I was thinking, because when you said a psychiatrist, that was more than a psychiatrist. I just thought like a dude, and there was some sort of like, cool
Sexual
sex scene.
Yeah.
Hey.
No, I knew what Ryan thought, but then
I
I think
I
she
didn't
meant
get that
something else.
at all.
Well, now that I know that it's a woman, like I still wish there was a sex scene. No, I'm just kidding.
We're not saying there can't be a sex scene.
I mean,
Okay.
that'll be part of the future then. We'll work that into the future.
So, all right. So you have like all these awards for this. So I'm just gonna list off a few of them. The winner of the best short horror at a woman's only entertainment film festival, best atmosphere, most terrifying, and then there's all these other ones too, like acting, of course, outstanding producing, script, Mary Pickford Award. Jesus, this is all like the list just goes on and on. So really good
Wow.
job on
So
this.
how long ago did you make this film?
About a year and a half ago.
And then you said you hit a lull, like at the beginning. Or?
Basically, what happened was we filmed it a year and a half ago, and it took 6 months in post because we weren't like super specific as to what we were doing with the ending, and we didn't shoot some of the things that we wanted to do with the
I
ending
see.
right. So then it was a couple of reshoots trying to figure out what we wanted to do, what we wanted to say. Because in that time, one of my actresses got pregnant, another
jeez.
we lost the location. Just things were just
shit.
not adding up. So we definitely threw it together. Definitely edited it the way that it needed to be, and
Yeah.
then threw it into the film festival. So it's been in the film festival ever since.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And obviously worked out really well.
It did. It did.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But it's funny with the film festivals. It's like you could blow up and blow up and blow up, and then all of a sudden it's like nothing, rejection. And being an actor, I deal with rejection every single day. And then it's like, oh, but I just put my heart, soul,
Yeah.
like my life, every single penny I had, every fundraising money that we into this film, and it's still getting rejected. So it's
Yeah.
kind of like, well, fuck, what am I gonna do now?
Right,
You
right.
know?
Yeah.
So that was kind of like the lull. Like we had like good 3 months where we were getting nothing.
Yeah.
Nobody cared, and then boom, all of a sudden it popped it up again. So
Sure.
yeah.
So you said you grew up in a haunted house?
I
Yeah,
did.
give us that back.
How the fuck was that?
So the house was built in 1865, and I can't give
By
like
Colonel Mustard. That's the first thing about it. Okay, keep going. Sorry.
Nobody's ever really associated those two together. I can't tell you like A lot of stories. I'll tell you one, but I can't tell you a
What's
lot.
the craziest?
Well, that was his house,
another
dude.
crazy.
He was killed with a candlestick, right? In the library.
How did you know? So the Salem witch trials happened in 1692, and then the house was built in 1865. So obviously there's a good chunk of time in between this whole Salem witch trials and blah. The house is located right pretty much a mile away from the Rebecca Nurse house, and Rebecca Nurse was the oldest woman to be hanged as a witch. So it's very close to the homestead. And that was pretty much part of her land and everything, so I kind of put that in there. But the house was built by an Irishman. I contacted the town historian.
Okay.
Because I grew up like hearing these stories. I didn't live in the house for very long, but my dad owned the house for a good like 10 years. And so I contacted the town historian to find out like the actual history of the house to, coincide with the stories that I heard growing up. So yeah, this Irishman, he built the house. He was a pretty wealthy man. And there have been apparitions seen in the house, a lot of phantom footsteps. Nothing super creepy, nothing super weird. But this one cool story that I really like telling everybody is that for a period of time, my dad moved out of the house and he was renting it out to some friends. And the friends had dogs. They had German Shepherds. And so what they would do is when they would leave the house, because my dad wasn't expecting them to have German Shepherds or dogs in the house, he didn't really want them there, was that they would crate them in their bedrooms upstairs. And so one day, I guess there was some issue with plumbing or whatever, and so they called my dad over to come over and fix it. And so he didn't call ahead of time, he just pretty much showed up. And he rang the doorbell and knocked on the door, wasn't getting anything. And there was this window that was above the front door. And so what you could do is you could kind of step on this ledge of this window and look in to the window to get to see through. And it was just a straight shot. It was a straight shot through the living area all the way down to the kitchen. And so he stepped on that to see if he could see anybody, see if there was any movement or whatever. And so he stepped on as he was looking, he saw this man in the kitchen kind of playing with the two dogs. And he was like, what the hell? Like, why haven't you answered the door? So he's like banging on the window, banging on the door, and still ignoring him. The dogs are ignoring him. Like, the dogs are really into this person that's there. So my dad's like, well, screw this. I'm just going to go. I'm just going to leave, and I'll come back tomorrow. So he showed up the next day, and my dad was like, I came last night, and the guy that was here wouldn't let me in. And they were like, there was nobody here last night. Right. And he's like, no. I saw this guy with the dogs and blah, blah, blah. And they were like, no, the dogs were locked upstairs in the bedrooms in their crates. Like, we don't know what you're talking about. So.
What if they were just trying to make your dad feel crazy?
They could. I know. That could definitely be a possibility. But
What the fuck? I saw the dogs.
The dogs have been dead for 15 years.
What dogs?
We don't have dogs.
We've only been here for 10.
Somebody says turn up her mic a notch.
ooh,
I did.
Oh, okay.
am I not close enough? I'm sorry.
It's cool.
Okay.
If we want to move a little
Yeah,
closer.
Probably
that'd
why. But it's all right. We can turn you up too.
be- Yeah. We'll fix it in post.
So did you have like any like personal things happen?
Yeah.
I only lived in the house until I was 6, so I don't really remember like too much.
Just your best friend Toby?
Oh my God, how did you know? I did have an imaginary friend. And I do remember seeing somebody. And I called him Farmer Tom, but I don't know if he really did exist or if he was a part of my imagination. I don't know. But yeah, I did.
You just covered in blood this whole time.
He was. He looked
Always
like
covered in
Carrie.
blood.
Everybody's always covered in blood. It was
Farmer Tom's been dead for 150 years.
Oh yeah, well, I want to put this on the podcast because like I mentioned this to you guys. I was like, I actually nicknamed Jen the Blood Queen because
yes.
when I was looking for pictures to put on for the promo,
That's kind of how we met.
yeah.
Too.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I'll tell that story after.
Okay.
Actually, no, I'll do that one first. I think it's better. Okay, so the way that Jen and I personally met was we were doing a Halloween-style photo shoot with our friends from Proco.
Yeah.
Shout out, bro.
Shout out Proco!
Proud sponsor of Humpcast.
Thank you so much. Then we did this like Halloween thing, and everyone kind of got a different sort of not theme, but a different, kind of like a different theme. So if you saw my personal ones on the Facebook, mine had like werewolf scratches all across my face. And then there was other people that were like zombies, and there are other people. Brian himself actually was a werewolf. And then Jenn comes in.
I chose mine, by the way.
Well, yeah, Jenn comes in, and I'm like, well, what is she gonna do? She was just in regular
I looked
clothes.
pretty. I had like a white shirt on.
Yeah, she looked real nice. And then they're like, all right, we're ready for you. And then I'm like, she doesn't have anything on. Like, there's no makeup on. There's no like, I don't know what you guys are gonna do. And then like, I'm just standing there watching this, and then someone comes up behind her and just pours this like gallon of fake movie blood all over her.
Shit.
She does the whole like Carrie thing
Carrie
basically.
thing, yeah.
And she's just like covered from head to toe in like blood, and they're taking all the shots and stuff. It was really cool.
That went everywhere. Like that
Ooh,
went.
that must have been hard to clean up.
everywhere.
I hope they lied down a
They,
tarp.
they hosed her off in
Yeah.
the back.
You have no idea. Like I was told, don't get any blood on the tile because it won't come up. And I was like, oh shit. Like I was really concerned about getting
Yeah,
blood
there was like
everywhere.
tarps everywhere.
And it
Oh,
was
shit.
it was everywhere. Like
Was that Joe's girlfriend that told you that?
what?
I said, was that Joe's girlfriend that
No,
told you that?
Brian and Joe were like, don't get blood on the tile.
Oh.
And I was like, all right. And so I like as soon as we were done, I like ran out the back. And Haley, who was my makeup artist and from 52 Weeks of Horror, she was super awesome.
Shout
and
out Haley.
love her. She was like super helping me out and like trying to like, help hose me down and everything. And at one point, like we were trying to, it was just everywhere. To the point where I just like rip off my shirt and I'm like just in my bra and I'm still trying to like get all the
I was
the blood
not
out.
there for that part, by the way.
And then I'm like, oh my God, like it's just running like down like everywhere. And so she had to go and do something else. So I'm like hosing myself off. And I was
Sounds like Garrett's fantasy right now.
Where the fuck was I? No,
you were taking a shower going to the wedding. And I was like, screw this. And so I just like, I wrapped the towel around me and I just whip off like my underwear and my pants. And then all of a sudden I realized I am not alone.
Oh shit!
Chance was sitting in the corner.
Shout out Chance,
I was like, oh my God.
assistant director on Puppet.
He just saw everything.
Oh my God.
you just noticed him sitting there. He's like,
Well,
proceed.
What happened was he was trying to have a conversation with us, and like he was watching something on his phone, but I was so bloody and there was blood everywhere, and I was just so over it. I forgot he was there, and so I hope he enjoyed that. If you're watching this, Chance, I hope you.
Yeah, I'm sure he did.
He's like, if you're watching this, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Welcome, Chance.
Nice. And then so we met there, and then we were like we talk on Facebook, and then when I decided that, or when you come, or sorry, fuck, I'm not good at talking today,
How
guys.
much gin have you had?
I've not
Too
even
much.
way too much, or not enough.
This is just regular stuff.
Exactly. And so when I'm putting together the promos for you since you're coming on the show, I'm like looking through her photos on Facebook, and I'm like, all right, which ones can I use? And then I'm looking at all of like a bunch of her headshots and a bunch of these other like photo shoots, and like there's at least one every few lines with her covered in blood in like a different photo shoot.
So did you do that? Yeah, you did that at like so many different photo shoots then?
I have.
Yeah.
In
Nice.
fact, in demonic attachment, I have some blood. I found this really cool product called eye blood, and you just put this stuff in
That's
your
what I was
eye.
wondering. I was like, why do you have blood in your eye?
It
I feel like
is-
it would sting.
No, it's the best stuff ever.
It's like eye drops and then it.
Yeah.
That's
it feels
awesome.
like kind
Shit,
of
that's
like thick
crazy.
honey, and it comes in a variety of colors. But it feels like thick honey, and you just put it in your eye, and then all of a sudden you just start crying like this color stuff. It is
shit.
so cool, and it looks awesome on film.
It sounds so crazy.
Yeah.
It's
That's
really
cool.
creepy.
Photography, it's awesome. I get so many like comments about that too, about the eye blood. Yeah,
Crazy.
yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, all right. Well, I was thinking of like, what do you call people that really just like have this fetish for blood? Like, you have like necrophilia and stuff like that. But then I couldn't find a really good word, and then I found one, and I'm like, no one's gonna know what that means because what's not as simple as like blood philiac or something like
Do you
that.
remember what that word was?
Something like that.
Hemoglobin.
Hemophilia is not the right word?
I don't think it is. No, I mean it would obviously translate, but it's not really like an actual word, so I just didn't use it. So I'm just going with blood queen.
I love Blood
Alright.
Queen.
Yeah, blood queen.
Okay.
Blood
It
queen.
works.
It works.
I dig it.
Sounds menstrual.
You could think of it so many ways.
I never said where the blood came from.
Whoa.
Okay, jeez. That's like a term you would call your wife on that time of the month. The blood queen's home, everybody.
Babe, can you go get me some cupcakes? I'm like, yes, blood queen.
She's go get me cupcakes. All right.
Okay, so do you have anything, any projects that you're working on right now? I know you are, but do you
Oh
have
my
anything
gosh.
you can tell us about?
Yeah, I have this short film called Slit, but I'm not allowed to talk about it.
Called Slit?
Yes.
Ooh.
It originally was a part of an anthology. I don't know what's going on with the anthology, but it's based on the slit mouth woman urban legend.
Okay, what's that?
Glad you asked, Ryan D.
Ryan, you come in so handy. I need to take you to parties with me.
He just asked the most obvious question.
What is that? Face woman. What is that?
What is that?
He just did that like last week. He's like, I'm glad you asked, Garrett.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I didn't. Okay.
The slit mouth woman is a Japanese Korean urban legend. There's a couple of variety, stories to her, but the one that I went with was that the original one was that there was this woman and she cheated on her husband. He was a samurai and he caught her cheating on him. And so to punish her and to make her unattractive, he slices up her face.
Yeah.
So it kind of gives her like a Chelsea smile type thing. And she then haunts children, but I didn't use children in my film. I used an adulterer. So I'm in post with that. And then the next one, I'm filming in 2 weeks. I'm filming The Deal. I can't even tell you how bad of a writer's block I've had this past year. Like usually I can just kind of sit down and like write whatever. Yeah. But this year's been pretty tough on me. And so I was sitting with a friend and he was telling me, he's like, I need some stuff for my reel. And I'm like, well, what kind of stuff do you need? And he was like, blah, blah, blah. And it kind of inspired me. So the next day I kind of sat down at the computer, had a couple drinks, and then you're like,
Nice.
and then got
You have no judgment here.
yeah.
helps people write.
It does.
And then just got this like script out where pretty much my character arrives home and her apartment door is open, and so instead of calling a 911 like she originally does, she kind of faces what's ever in there, and it's a night that she doesn't forget.
Dang.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something completely different that I've never done before, and
I don't know what you want.
yeah.
I'm literally pointing.
Oh,
yeah. Nope. There
grapefruit.
you go. The one I'm pointing at. The one I'm pointing at. Okay, thank you.
Look at all this right here. It's
There's
like
so much shit.
I try and be discreet. I'm like, our guest is talking. I'm like, just give me that one thing I'm pointing at. No.
I'm not judging. I'm just impressed by like the whole setup. I mean,
Ruin Jen's
Confusing
story
for everybody.
because Garrett can't point.
you
fucking
can
Garrett.
come over any Saturday night and make me drinks or whatever.
I'm a bartender for hire. There you go.
There you go.
I'm gonna leave that here since I'm not gonna trust Ricky to see it again.
It will disappear. Okay, so what are the plans with that film?
Yeah.
Originally it was just supposed to be for his reel. It was supposed to be like not super serious. I was going to direct it. And then, the more we were talking, the more he's like, well, why don't you get Hunter Johnson to direct it? And Hunter Johnson's done To Jennifer. He just filmed his feature, Serena Waits. Nice. And so I didn't think he would say yes. And he actually said yes.
Nice.
So he's going to be directing it. And it's keeps getting a little bit bigger every day.
Yeah.
But it should be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome. Looking forward to it. I really do want to see the one.
Yeah,
you
seriously,
talked
like,
about. What's it
Yeah, I
called?
wanna see that.
What was the
Demonic Attachment.
Demonic
Yeah.
Attachment.
Attachment.
Demonic
And then I'm looking forward to Slit too.
Yeah.
How long do you think it's gonna be once it's finished?
Well, I was thinking like today with I don't know if y'all know this, but February is Women in Horror Month. And so I was thinking
Nope.
like
Did not know that.
No,
Yeah, I didn't know that
no.
either.
Okay. February is Women in Horror Month, and I was thinking like maybe renting out a theater and just kind of getting a couple female horror filmmakers together and kind of screening some.
And Garrett.
Always Garrett. Garrett's number one on the list, always and forever. If he's gonna make
Thank
me
you.
drinks like this,
There you go. I volunteer. I volunteer to make drinks and watch movies.
And so,
That does not sound like a bad life at all, by the way.
No, you could be
Sure.
like my like pool boy /
oh,
follow
okay,
me
now-
around drink boy.
Bitch.
This is getting
Maybe not the pool boy. I was the
Drink
bartender. The bartender's respectable.
You're the bar.
okay,
bitch.
the bartender.
Oh, what? Because pool boys are Mexican?
What?
I don't know.
I'm half Mexican.
I did not say that.
I don't know.
But yeah, so I was thinking maybe, doing some screening then. Yeah.
Awesome.
Sounds cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm getting to the end of your little bio thing that you sent us. So you were in musical theater since you were 10 years old. So you're like a musical
I can sing.
actor.
Yeah.
You can sing.
Yeah.
Prove it.
Sing
No,
for us. Go. Do you or do you not do karaoke?
no, I'm
I
kidding.
don't.
What the?
Yeah, I know.
She would make it no fun if she could actually sing. It always makes people so like self-conscious when there's like somebody just comes and rips it. I went to a karaoke spot. There was like these two like fat ladies just killing like Aretha Franklin on karaoke, and I was like, oh man.
And next up is Ryan D doing Drunk War Pigs.
Doing fucking Journey tonight for the 5th time.
Woo.
Anyway, so did you do that on the east side where you're from?
Yeah.
Or okay.
Yeah,
East
I
Side.
did a lot of musical theater growing up, and then I went to college for it.
Mm-hmm.
And fun fact, because I think I put it in
Yeah,
this thing
it
too.
says fun fact. I've been doing.
Let her say the
musical
fun
theater.
fact, dude.
Come on, bro.
It's her fun fact. Let her do it.
Fun fact. I wanted to be the next Britney Spears.
Yeah.
What?
Wow.
Fun fact. You are the next Britney Spears.
Oh!
Yeah.
I mean, she just.
you are the next Britney Spears.
Do I look just like her now?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Do I have her
Better.
body? That's what I want to know.
There you do. There you go. Ricky has a magical button.
Wait, if he does poof twice, does that mean that I turn back to Jenn Nangle,
No,
or do
no.
I just?
No, you
stay?
just
got
turned
the
better.
body after.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I can keep the body.
You just
Yeah.
turned better.
There you go.
Yeah. So after my first year of college and the whole like pop thing, popped up, I was like, that's what I want to do. I want to make a lot of money and lip sync on stage and be all sexy.
Sure.
So I got a manager for 0.5 seconds in New York City.
0.5 seconds.
0.5 seconds because he was interested in me, but he was an indie band manager, and so he didn't really know the pop world. He didn't understand the whole pop world. So he said to me, he's like, I like you. I think you're cool. I like your talent, but I don't think this pop thing is going to work out. I don't think it's going to like stick. I think like after a couple of years, it's going to die down. And so let's just not waste each other's time, So just go do your thing and, good luck to you. And I was kind of like, all right. So I went back to college and got my degree in musical theater.
Yeah.
And it's still going on, right?
So you could have been the next Britney Rears.
I could.
I'm I mean Spears.
Okay, so at least this makes me feel better because I'm not the only one.
What?
That can't talk today.
No.
I think he did it on purpose.
No, I did it on purpose.
Oh, did you?
Okay.
Never mind.
'Cause she wants her rear.
Oh,
okay, I get
There's
it.
also
Yeah, I get that.
a porn parody where she's Britney Rears.
Really?
Yeah, I
I
didn't
feel
know
like only
that.
Ryan would know that.
Yeah.
In case my mom is watching, I didn't know that.
What? She's like, what's porn?
I don't know.
What is
porn.
that? What is
I don't
that?
know what that is.
What is porn? Educate us, Ryan. What is porn?
What is porn? Poof. Okay, so do we
Oh,
want
by the way, Brian Gerson just said I missed the memo because I missed the beanie memo because apparently everyone is fucking
You
wearing a
did.
beanie today.
Hey, you
Good,
fucked
dude.
up, bro.
Sorry, I fucked up.
This is a beanie
Sorry.
party you weren't invited to.
I was uninvited.
Yeah.
I will leave. Goodbye.
Sorry. Bye.
Okay, so do we want to get into stories or should we ask?
Anything else? Anything else to promote?
Yeah. Do you have anything else that you'd like to talk about?
That's it.
Do you have like a fan page where people can?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Tell people where they can find you.
You-
Next Britney Spears.
Hey.
It's literally find me at nextbritneyspears.com.
You could be the Britney Spears of horror movies.
Yeah.
There you go.
I don't want to dye my hair blonde, though.
You
I could wear
be
a
the
wig.
you could be the brunette Britney Spears
Yes.
of horror.
Was she ever brunette? Like, did she ever? I know, like.
For 0.5 seconds during her like meltdown after she shaved her head.
There you go. You're that
shave
one.
your head.
Okay,
You're
I'm
that
like,
Shave your
I'm
head.
like the crazy.
You get to be that
There you
version.
go.
Of
That
her.
is the horror version of Britney Spears.
Boom.
So true. So true.
We'll just wave around some umbrellas. You'll be fine.
Yep.
Gimme more. You can find me at jennifernangle.com. Please follow me on Instagram. I will follow back. It's Jennifer.
you like blood.
Nangle.
You
If
like-
you like blood.
You
Blood.
stepped over her fucking Instagram
bro.
name. What was
Say
it
it
again?
Sorry.
Jennifer_Nangle. On Twitter, it's the same thing, Jennifer_Nangle. Or you can find me on Facebook. Facebook.com, Jennifer Nangle.
Boom.
It's like angle
Nice.
with an N. Nang.
Just add an N before
Yes,
angle,
Yes.
and you
Yes.
got it.
You like blood. You like girls.
Yeah, you nassholes.
Boom.
Hey,
I'm a masshole. I grew up in
Nasshole.
Oh, nass.
I said
Mass.
nass.
I'm like, I'm a masshole. I'll be
You
proud
grew up
of
in
it.
Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Hey.
How's that? How long ago did you? How
Let's talk about that.
How's that?
how long ago did you come out here?
11 years ago.
Okay.
Things have never been better for you. I hope.
Yes. Yes, and then some.
Okay,
Cool.
so we if you've listened to the show before or if you
Yes.
we watched, you said you watched like 5 minutes, but that's okay.
Don't judge.
We go into different segments. Ricky talks about tech news, Garrett talks about entertainment, I talk about weird news, and feel free to chime in on anything that comes up.
Happily.
Yep.
Yes.
Ever after. Ever and
You'll
after.
Be, you'll
Go.
Be sad you'll say that.
Welcome. So what's up, everybody? This is Ricky C. Microsoft, Nintendo, and PlayStation. There's actually a really big expo going on right now for video games. It's called E3, announcing a new hardware system. Here's Ricky Tech News. What's up, Ricky C? Goodbye.
Yay!
All right.
God, I've been so thirsty. I fucking didn't get ice for my second drink.
Whoa, bro, relax.
Jeez, stop
scaring
Stop
me.
yelling at me.
It's serious.
I'm sorry. Am I loud?
So my first story here is about a controversial new artificial intelligence that can tell whether or not you're a criminal.
The fuck does that
Garrett
mean?
is
Garrett.
fucked.
Hey, most people can't tell I'm a criminal. How the fuck is this AI gonna figure that out?
Yeah, so according
That's a
to
good
this,
question.
this is actually based in China from the Shanghai Jiao Tong University.
Shanghai Nights.
China.
They basically created a neural network that can correctly identify criminals and non-criminals with an accuracy of 89.5%.
Yeah, it's not gonna
Like
get
it,
me.
like it registers your face and then can tell if you have a
Right.
mugshot,
Yeah,
You're a criminal.
So here's what they did. They got images of about 2,000 Chinese men.
or it just knows you're about to go rob somebody.
Yeah, so they have they got images of about 2,000 Chinese men with controlled age and facial expressions. They were collected by all these the researchers, and about half of the men were convicted criminals. 90% of the photographs were used to train the machine vision algorithms, and the rest of the images were the test group. So basically, what they based it off of, they said they based it off of 3 features: a larger curvature of the upper lip, shorter distance between the eyes, and a smaller angle made by the triangle drawn from the tip of the nose to the corners of your mouth. So between those 3 different distinct features, that's what they said that they based it off of a criminal.
That's what a criminal looks like. Is what it's
Wow.
saying.
Right. And
What?
it's an 89.5% because they actually went out there, got these photographs of these criminals, and sort of uses that as, basically a thing to sort of train the machine to base the, the algorithm off of. Obviously got some non-criminals in there as well, and then they tested that group as far as what identified as a criminal.
Yeah.
And 89.5% of the time it got it correct who was a criminal.
So it's not like Back to the Future 2 where they just scan your face or scan your fingerprint and they know you're a criminal. It's just generic.
Right. But I mean, it could obviously go that way though. Is what they're.
Gotcha.
I don't
it
think
seems
so.
like what
I think
they're-
that's a terrible method.
I mean, it's
You have big lips. You're, I mean, it's also
like,
racist
Just
too.
think about 89.5%.
It's only targeting Chinese men. Come on.
Right. I mean, it can. It's the scary part is about this is that the reason why this sort of in not obviously in the bigger news, but from what's popped up in my feeds, is that this can easily be manipulated to sort of go into like even though it's just Chinese men, it can be easily going towards anybody. I mean, it's how well can you trust this 89.5%? It sounds like a nice number. Like it's almost 90% accurate. Yeah. But if they can sell that to a government agency or something like that, it's only a matter of time before they can get that actually implemented. Yeah. And all of a sudden we're living in the fucking that goddamn Tom Cruise movie,
Minority Report.
Minority Report. And
where
they're
they
fucking
report minorities.
Yeah, so exactly where I mean, like in that movie, you walk into the subway somewhere that's that's public and has all these and all these different cameras, and it's actually scanning faces of different people. And if you're if you happen to have like a high loadout for somebody, then it's scanning faces as you're going by looking for these different people. So it's something that can actually happen, and I think that's the scary thing that people are talking about.
Scary as fuck.
So let's see here. It says this development raises concerns on how we could use this tech based on just imaging. Passports or driver's license could point out possible lawbreakers, whether or not they have committed a crime.
Lawbreaker.
There's a host of constitutional issues that such technology would raise, including due process and privacy rights. So pretty scary stuff here. And let's go to my next story here. Also in the criminal world, investigators are using advanced augmented reality to help solve crimes.
What?
Yeah, this augmented reality. So not like virtual reality. It's more of like you're sort of processing an image over sort of what you're looking at. So think about glasses, sort of like almost like a webcam, sort of like projecting this image of what you're seeing currently in front of you. But also, on top of that, you sort of have like a layout of like it could scan little things and you can have like so what this basically is based on. I'm trying to think about
Google Glasses.
I'm trying to think about it. Yeah, basically it is Google Glasses. If anybody remembers that dying, that's actually actually dead now.
That came out like a year ago and it died like
it died a horrible death.
Put it like. No, when you're done talking.
Yeah, but it is basically Google Glasses where it's sort of projecting an image of what you're seeing in front of you, and then also projecting sort of this information in front of that.
Okay.
So what they're using it as is sort of like almost what I would say like sort of like a webcam conference where all these different investigators can sort of come into a certain if it's a high profile case. These guys can basically wear these goggles and have about 10 different individual specialists looking at this scene of the crime, and even though they're not there in that same room, they're able to sort of say like, okay, like check out this blood spot like right here in this corner, like I don't know if you saw that or not, and then give
because I did with my augmented reality.
My augmented reality, I saw it. You didn't see it with your own
such
eyes.
a douchey technology. Wait, you guys, I bet you all missed this because I saw it.
How is it just making up crime scenes? Like, are they? I mean, they're at the crime scene, so they'd have to see where.
So there's somebody there wearing these fucking glasses,
Sure.
and projecting the video to all these different people who can kind of tune in and give their opinion based off of what they're seeing.
I like that we're all doing this like Cyclops
This
thing.
fucking, put in your.
Everybody, look at what I saw.
I saw something you didn't.
Yeah, so it says footage from a body cam on the officer is relayed to the experts who can then provide clues and suggestions to the officer via notes that appear on a smartphone or heads-up display. The system could reduce the potential for contamination in crime scenes and make it possible for the most qualified expert to weigh in on a scene, even if they are thousands of miles away. So it is basically what like a really fancy sort of web conference of people just being able to see what's going on at this exact crime scene.
That's pretty cool.
But pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
And then also for my last story here, I know of course we had to talk about some hacking news.
What? That's new.
The hacking corner, hacking segment.
Yeah. This past weekend, we
should call this Ricky's hacky sack.
Hacky sack. This past weekend, the San Francisco Municipal Railway was savaged by hackers demanding over $70,000 in Bitcoin, leaving the metro system unable to collect fares.
The fuck is up with this Bitcoin shit, dude?
Bro, Bitcoin is the next fucking future of money.
I thought that was over.
Nope.
I know. Bitcoin is over.
It's still around. It says...
see what you could have been doing with your 3 Bitcoin that you had?
I know,
you
man. I fucked up. I don't know. I don't know how much they're worth anymore. I'm not even keeping track of this market.
1 Bitcoin is $1 million. I heard that.
It's not that
Somebody
much
said
anymore.
I don't even know what a Bitcoin is.
It's the future of
It's
money.
like
It's fake money.
Internet currency.
Internet money.
Yeah. It's
But it's actually worth money, though. I mean, it translates somehow.
It's like if I texted you an emoji and I said this emoji is worth X amount
So
of
those dollar
dollars.
emojis.
Someone just said okay and started texting emojis basically.
Yeah.
Not that
it's
simple.
like based off of like math, and
Yeah.
it's really complicated stuff.
I sent you something and it's worth something, and then people believe that, and now it's a currency.
I'm already exhausted.
yeah, it's really it's math.
I didn't understand it when Ricky tried to explain it to me, so that's why I was like, I'm not gonna get involved.
I mean, I made like $200, but I mean, that's about
you
it.
did a good job, but it might be worth way more now.
I don't know.
Probably
Like,
like
that's-
a bajillion more.
You could have
So
sent
much work.
You could have sent some to some guy trying to do stuff or whatever.
I could have bought all this information from the San Francisco Municipal Railway.
There you go.
Apparently.
Oh God.
But they're demanding over $70,000 in Bitcoin. So this was obviously sort of like if you heard of ransomware, where they kind of go, they spread this sort of virus across an entire network, lock it up, encrypt it, and then they say, okay, give us some money and we'll give you the keys and unlock all your shit. So that's exactly what happened. The railway itself was okay as far as the trains. So they were able to sort of, go and keep running, but they were unable to collect fares. So for about 2 days, it was basically a free ride, just as they try to get their shit back together.
Yeah.
Wow.
So there's a list of about names of over 2,000 servers supposedly compromised by the hackers. And according to like what they released so far, it seems like they had a lot of stuff for payroll, their email, just a lot of different shit that they kind of they're saying apparently that they have they're holding
I just
so
don't
hostage.
get what you could do with all that shit, really.
They're just planning on just distributing it. So it says on Saturday, compromised machines within San Francisco's Muni stations displayed the message that you hacked. All data encrypted, contact key, and then it gave this like weird email address. So that was all over the screens as soon as you walked in. So it was all over the screens.
Wow.
Anything that was connected to a computer had this fucking message on it.
Say that message again?
said you hacked.
Yeah, you hacked. So that's what the
You done fucked up.
Of course.
it's
Of course.
always
Of course
always
it's
people
in
for people
Japan.
who
You done fucked
who
up. You
English is the
hacked.
second language.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the other one that you read the letter from?
Yeah,
you didn't
so
know
no,
what the fuck it
there's
said.
a letter for this. I'm gonna read it.
Oh, I
There's
love
a
these
letter.
love
There's a
these.
letter.
It's a love letter. I love
Just kind of think about it. I don't know if
You hack.
for anybody who's out there who's seen it's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. It always reminds me of Charlie Day when he tries to write something. It just sounds like fucking crazy shit. So here it is. It says if you are responsible for Muni Railway, and then there's like it's all caps for some reason. All your computers / servers in Muni Railway domain encrypted by AES 248-bit, which is an encryption method. We have 2,000 decryption key. Send 100 Bitcoin to my Bitcoin wallet. Then we send you decryption key for all your servers' hard drives. We only accept Bitcoin. It's so easy.
I like how this is a sales pitch.
You can use brokers.
It's so easy.
I know.
You can use brokers to exchange your money to Bitcoin ASAP. It's fast way.
It's fast away.
So
Are you sure it wasn't a Mexican guy?
It's fast
way.
way.
So, and then so actually, the railway itself was actually able to unhack some of its systems by Sunday morning, and it was able to accept fares again, which only angered the hackers even more.
Like,
So they released.
you make me mad.
So they released a second letter.
Oh yes.
And I have it right here in front of
Yes.
me. This is a long one. It says San Francisco people ride for free for 2 days. Welcome. But if ugly hackers attack to operational railway systems, what's happened to you? Anyone see something like that in Hollywood movies, but it's completely possible in real world. It's showed to you and proof of concept. Company don't pay attention to your safety. They give your money and everyday rich more, but they don't pay for it. They don't pay for IT security and using very old systems. We hacked 2,000 servers / PCs in the San Francisco municipal transit systems, including all payment kiosks and email. We gain access completely random on our virus working automatically. We don't have targeted attack to them. It's wonderful.
I figured it out. I figured a way to stop the hackers.
Let me finish this last one.
Oh, go.
It says, we don't live in USA, but I hope company try to fix it correctly and we can advise them. But if they don't, we will publish 30 gigabytes databases and documents, including contracts, employees' data, something called LLD plans customers to have more impact to company to force them to do right job. That was directly off of that.
What if they're just pretending to have an act? Like
I think they are.
That's what they like encrypt their letters.
That could be very.
So nobody can find out.
Yeah,
like,
that's
who was writing
that's
them.
definitely one theory
Yeah.
for sure.
Oh, is it?
I mean,
'Cause I
it's
was
gonna
gonna-
throw people off.
I was
saying,
gonna
like, who the fuck
say-
wrote this.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I figured out a way to stop them. Instead of doing code, just write all the stuff in English. In
Proper
proper
English.
English, and they won't be able to figure it out.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the thing though, is that code sort of has its own language to it. So.
It was a joke. That's a joke.
I mean,
I was joking.
that would be.
I
that would
joked
work.
about that.
I got it.
So,
Thank you.
Yes.
so that's what he even
Jen
said.
got the joke.
So it
Yes.
says hackers have obviously a tendency to lie, and the statement seems like a last-ditch effort to extort some Bitcoin.
They're really honest people.
But it says obviously if the hackers actually have access to the servers included in this list, the ransom demands seem a little bit more serious. But yeah, so it's exactly what I talked like before. You know, for those of you who have tuned in before, I talked about how there was a fucking hospital here in Hollywood that got the same sort of ransomware hacked, and they actually had to pay the Bitcoin ransom to get their stuff back together. So it says just like that. Like it seems like from what I sort of pulled together from this crazy ass thing that they wrote is that it was just sort of like a random virus that they just sort of had out there just running around, and then you know maybe somebody clicked on a random link and that's all it took, and it took over their entire system. So scary shit.
You get Bitcoin now.
It's even if I mean, who knows what they are. I mean that's the thing, is that they can really throw you off with that weird ass
You send
language that they're
Bitcoin.
using.
Now.
I get
Now.
Bitcoin.
And you learn lesson.
you learn
You
lesson.
advise.
You send me shiny?
So that's my story. So Garrett, let's go.
Okay.
I may have some news for you. Go ahead.
Entertainment news, everybody. This just broke out.
That is a scientific fact, huh?
I'm not gonna get to this story. I have a question for you. News story that'll make you guys a little bit tingly in the fans. Okay, we need to move on from that. I need to get away from that real quick.
I read somewhere that their periods attract bears.
All right. Did you guys go to the movie theaters this weekend?
No.
No.
No? Okay, well, I did. And I saw a really nice movie.
What did you see?
It is actually the #1 movie in America right now. It's called Moana.
Disney.
It is The Rock and Hawaiian people. And
I hear
it.
he gets like a tattoo or something.
he does have a tattoo.
Yeah. Oh, he has one. He
has
doesn't
tattoos.
get one. Okay.
Okay. Let's
Anyway.
explain this. I was just kidding. Moana is #1 in the box office this week. It's coming in at $56.6 million in its opening weekend. Really cool. I really enjoyed the film. Actually, it's
I heard
actually
it was good.
It's really good. It's a Disney pick. Is it
Yeah, Disney.
Is it Pixar? I don't know if it's Pixar.
Oh.
I think
It's a
it might
Disney
just be
movie
Disney.
that may or may not also be Pixar, but they own Disney owns Pixar.
I think it's just Disney.
If they feel like they wanted to use Pixar, they could do it. And I don't know all the things, but
That is very confusing how they do that.
yeah, because they come out with Disney movies that are also 3D, and then they come out with Disney Pixar movies that are just like different. Yeah. Okay. This is definitely a Disney movie, but it is very good. It is essentially they don't actually say Hawaiian, but they're islanders who are basically they go on a journey. This girl.
Talks about like the lore of the whole dude. I mean, how's it not Hawaiian?
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think it is Hawaiian. It's that they never actually call themselves Hawaiians, but I think that's part of the actual story.
They call them Pacific Islanders?
No, they don't call themselves anything.
Anything.
They are travelers basically,
Gotcha.
and so they actually inhabit different islands and stuff like that, and that's part of the lore of the movie. It's very early on described and explained. It's really cool, but you have the main character Moana, who is a girl from one of the islands who actually sets off on this journey, and she meets the demigod Maui.
Was she stuck on her island for so long and then breaks free and meets this guy?
Not stuck on the island, but
All
all of her life she was on the island. She
Gotcha.
could leave, but she just never left until now.
Gotcha.
Yes. So it's definitely one of those types of stories, but it's really, really cool. Definitely a lot of great visual effects and a great message and a bunch of laughs. I loved it a lot. I'm trying to say it without like giving away too many things, like plot points. But it was just like one that I really enjoyed, and so if you had any interest in checking out this movie, I'd definitely recommend it.
Does The Rock's character Stone Cold Or I'm sorry.
rock bottom
Does he
somebody?
rock bottom somebody?
You know what, dude? Like, I didn't even think about that till after. Unfortunately, I don't think he may have. He does. There, I will. Spoiler alert: there is some fighting in there, but I don't see him rock bottom anyone.
He better fucking do. At
I
least
don't
the
see
people's elbow.
At least-
He has a
People's
gigantic fish hook that he uses as a weapon. That's pretty badass.
That is badass.
Yeah.
that
All he
badass.
has
No,
is his
it's not
elbows.
Ryan's like, that's not badass.
He's like, I do it every day.
I do that all the time. He's like, I can fuck the rock up.
Let's go to the local bar. Let's
Come
see.
at me.
Come at me, rock.
Stone Cold Steve Wonder's ass, dude.
Yeah. No, I was just saying that I went to go see Moana. I really liked it. Did you see any movies this weekend?
Who the fuck am I? Come on, I don't go anywhere.
I thought I'd ask,
Come on,
bro.
dog.
Maybe you saw something.
Save his money for Rogue One.
We
There
can
you
go to the
go.
movies, Ryan.
There you go. And then you could be the
Denied.
I'll be the bartender and you
Not
can
that
be the
Ryan
pool
doesn't
boy.
want to go.
You could be my movie boyfriend. You could be my bartender boyfriend.
Be the bartender, you be the pool boy.
The thing is, you just got to pay for everything. Though. You just
Aw,
gotta, you're
shit.
taking that
You
responsibility.
guys are in the worst position ever. I can't pay for it.
Oh, okay. I thought she was about to like, I got you. I got you guys.
No,
Don't worry.
No
I
sugar mommy here. No.
But like, I'm actually rich, by the way. I didn't mention that. I have inherited a large sum of money, and I want to take you guys out to see movies.
She's like,
I
my,
wish.
my movie made so much money.
all those awards. Those were
Thousands of
those were
dollars.
monetary. That was like millions
We can rent a video. I'll pay for that.
from Blockbuster.
Does that exist?
No, that's why you just
Hollywood video.
figure it out.
Hollywood Video. Video USA.
There you go. Number 2, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Really
Saw
cool.
that.
I loved it. It actually only dropped maybe like 30-something%, which is really good for a movie. Normally, from their opening weekend to the second, it's about 50%. This one in their 30s, so really good job for Fantastic Beasts. I thought it was a nice movie.
That was all right.
Yeah.
You don't like it?
No, I did like it, but I think it was because I just had higher expectations.
Yeah, I
pers-
had my issues with
I had
it.
issues with it, but everyone that I went to go see it with, and of course my mother, who is one of the, if not the biggest Harry Potter fan in the world,
You go to the
loved it.
movies with your mom?
Yeah, of course.
I love you.
No, yeah, my whole family, we all love Harry Potter except for my dad because he doesn't like anything.
He hates everything.
Yeah.
Good
Especially
to know.
his son.
Okay.
First and foremost. No, I'm kidding.
First and foremost, Garrett here.
No, I know it. I know he loves me. No, we're a very big Harry Potter family, and yeah, we go out to the movies a lot. I want to say we'll probably go see Star Wars. I know we're trying to plan that out soon. It's Rogue One.
Did you get your tickets yet?
No, I haven't. I don't. I think my family may have. I've just been so busy. I gotta see what the plans are and kind of figure that one out. Are you intending on
I got
going?
my family already.
Oh
My
yeah,
dad- my
Ricky
dad
has a
wants to
family.
go.
Oh yeah. When are you going?
Saturday.
Open is it? Oh okay.
Not-
The
yeah,
opening
the
weekend.
Friday
though?
after, yeah.
Because
Oh, gotcha.
I heard getting tickets recently was pretty intense.
Yes, I was gonna
Yeah,
mention.
well, they
that.
went on
Yes.
sale this past. Actually, yesterday they just went on sale.
Yeah, I
So
heard
it's
some
already
people
crazy.
had to wait in line online. And
Yeah, you had to
Yeah.
wait in a line.
Yeah,
on
so I was
place
on.
where you wasn't
So that's
a
the
real
crazy
line.
thing is like I was in Fandango and I was just like, okay, I know they're going online. I know my dad wants to see it, so like, I was gonna do that for him. And so I clicked the tickets as soon as they went on. All of a sudden, like I was in a line for 20 minutes. I was like, what the fuck? Like, what is this?
Oh my god.
It was fucking like crazy.
Like,
I've
is this
never
real
seen that.
life?
You know
But,
what's
like,
funny?
There's no seats taken.
There probably wouldn't be a line if you actually drove to a movie theater.
right?
Yeah, probably not.
That would
Yeah,
be the funniest
yeah.
thing. Like, what? Like, can I get tickets for Rogue One? That's not out yet. No, for like when it comes out. What?
I don't know what
we don't know what you're
What?
talking about.
You turn around, John, he wants to buy tickets for a
month.
for later. Like not now.
Do we do that?
We do? Okay.
Yeah, it was pretty ridiculous. But I got them. So
Good job.
Well, to make you feel any better, I went on Macy's.com on Black Friday and I had to wait in line.
Ooh.
Online.
well,
Online and inline. Or
Crazy.
inline, online. That's probably more.
So
That's what I'm saying. Is that any better? Like, do you
What?
think it's? I think it's probably more effort to go out and actually go to Macy's, but
yeah, it is.
yeah, for sure.
Find a parking
But-
spot.
but I feel like your line wouldn't be 20 minutes.
That's true.
But how long would
Oh,
it take
are
you
you
to
kidding
get
me
there?
though? On Black Friday, something like that,
Yeah.
it would be for sure.
The line, no, but I mean, think about how long it would take for you to
To actually
Get out of your house,
find a
drive
parking
there,
spot,
park, and
get
all
out
that
of the
stuff.
like, yeah.
I was in my pajamas.
Fuck that.
So
yeah.
Yeah.
Unless
fuck
you
that.
unless you go to a store probably before you head home and like are ready to sit down and do all that stuff, then yeah, no, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
do it. I would never leave my house to go to a store that I get all the stuff online if I'm already at my
That's
house.
the thing. Like nowadays, everything that's on Black Friday is also online.
Yeah.
There's so many
Even
like
Because
more
I don't want
online.
anybody showing up and
Yeah.
killing each other.
yeah,
that's
that's so
the-
very like it's not even
yeah.
worth it anymore.
It's not. Well, that's the thing. I know a lot of people in retail. My cousin actually just got her first job ever in retail, and her and other people I know said that it was very, very like it wasn't at all busy as like
I
I've
feel
seen
like
it
this
personally fucking
this
crazy.
year, like people finally like fuck going anywhere.
they
yeah.
figured it
Sure.
out. Yeah.
I got a great TV just from on fucking Thanksgiving Day, like even before Black Friday.
It's
I'm
like
like,
1
kind of
million.
TV?
You got a 1 million inch diagonal TV.
How much?
Yeah.
What size, and what kind of TV?
55. I got a good deal.
Nice.
How much?
LG.
Life's
It's like
good.
less than $500.
That is good.
Ooh,
It is good.
it is good.
Very good. That's actually where I got my TV and my parents' TV. Or not where, I'm sorry. But when? Last Christmas, I gave you my heart. I knew it. Last Christmas, I found this really good deal. And it actually was a better deal. I think you showed me the deal or something.
I did. Yeah. It's like $300.
It was a $300 55-inch
Yeah, that was a goddamn
TV.
good deal.
And it was
God
so
damn,
good. It
it's-
was so good I got two of them.
Yeah,
I got one for me and I got one for my parents.
Wow.
That was a great
So,
deal.
Yeah.
I haven't seen one that good.
No,
That was the best.
That was
that
the
was the
best
best deal I've
deal
seen
ever.
The only one I've seen that was better than that was the Xbox One and the 40-inch TV for $500.
Oh, yeah?
Which I jumped on. And
Oh,
I sold the
yeah.
Xbox and kept it, and that's the TV I'm selling now.
Yeah, that's right. Fuck, I should.
Wait, which TV? The one that I gave you?
No, it's the one I
Where did that come from? What the fuck? You literally just said where you got the TV. Well, you sold the one that I gave you.
I bought the deal where it was an Xbox One and a 40-inch Samsung Smart TV for $500.
I see.
I'm selling that one.
The
'cause
one
I
that
upgraded.
Ryan gave you.
Nope.
Not that one.
The one I gave you.
Jeez. How do we get there? How do we get here? Yeah. So
I
Fantastic
don't know.
Beasts, where to find them?
That's a good question.
I was like, how did I get there?
I think I brought up
are we?
Macy's.com.
okay.
Yeah,
Sorry,
something
my
like
that.
bad. my
Oh no,
bad.
Rogue One tickets.
Rogue One
One
tickets.
tickets.
Yes. So we are all gonna see it. Ricky
I'm
clearly
gonna see it twice actually because my
At
job
least.
is also having like the Christmas party.
Oh, yeah.
and they're renting out the entire theater of, called iPick, which has like like those couch seats and
Yeah.
waiters and everything like that. So they're
Do you-
renting out
what?
the theater.
Do you work in film?
I don't.
Do you work in gaming?
No, I just work for a software company.
Fascinating.
I told you
We're a bunch of
he
nerds.
owns face. He owns Facebook.
We're a
My-
bunch of nerds.
My boyfriend works for a gaming company, and they do that a lot, so that's why I asked.
Yeah, this is my actually. This is only gonna be my second month there.
Oh.
So all of a sudden they're just like, yeah, we're gonna rent out this theater. We're gonna go see Rogue One. I'm just like, all right,
Cool.
count me in.
Enjoy
I am
every
in there.
second. Yeah.
I'm like, do I get to go? And they're just like, yeah. I was like, all right.
Can
Like the full.
can
I will be there.
Can I pretend to work there and go?
Yes.
No,
you
sorry,
can
bro.
somehow-
Really?
You can a date. You can be his date.
Yes.
No, they
There
won't
you
even
go.
let me take my wife.
No.
Yeah, they won't let me take my wife.
Oh.
It's just for me.
And you're like, please take my wife.
Jesus. Okay, so I'm probably gonna see Rogue One. How many times did you see Force Awakens in theaters?
Once.
Only once?
Yeah.
I saw it like a few times.
So I'm gonna see Rogue
I only
One
saw it
twice.
one time in
Okay.
theaters, but also I found it online like the week after it came out, so I watched it a lot on my laptop.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't. I only saw it in theaters once, but I may have seen
We
it.
did pay
other
to see
times.
it. We'll say that.
I did.
At least once.
At least
once.
once.
I gave it my money
Opening
for sure.
weekend, yeah.
Yeah. It's an unfortunate world we live in for the movie industry, but still, we paid to see it.
I did.
Yeah, I'm definitely at least gonna see this once or twice, depending on when I can actually go get to fucking see it.
They were playing Revenge of the Sith on TV, so I was watching it on the elliptical at the gym. And I was
okay.
like, and I was like, no wonder everybody hated these prequels. I'm like, Hayden Christensen is so fucking bad in this movie.
Yes.
And Revenge of the Sith was the best one out of the
Yeah,
those
I
three.
know he was so bad,
But
and
he was also so bad.
and it was like the most pivotal point where like him and Obi-Wan are gonna fight.
It's like, I'm so mad at you.
Yeah.
I think the Jedi are the bad guys and whatnot. It was the worst. He's just the worst.
Yeah. Well, okay, to be fair, yes, completely. But to be fair, also a lot of the dialogue and a lot of the stuff that George Lucas put in there was fucking stupid.
Sure, but
But yet,
Jar Jar
He was
was the
over
key
it
to
at
all
that
of it,
point.
bro.
because okay, so let's take
It was
Natalie,
all about Jar Jar.
let's take Natalie Portman for example. She's a great actress,
man.
and because of the shit that she had to say, like I mean, it was not at all a good performance. I mean,
No.
it was like the best of what you could do was shit.
No, the lines
basically.
were pretty shitty. in
yeah,
there. But like,
breaking my heart.
You can make anything sound good, though.
Huh?
What?
What?
Huh?
Wait,
Exactly.
what'd you say?
I don't.
I said you can make anything sound good.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, that's a good point. That's the
Thank
point.
you.
That's what I was gonna say.
That's an actor's job.
That's what I was gonna
Oh,
say.
yeah,
What's
yeah.
his name? Ewan McGregor is just—he's like selling it like in every
Yeah.
scene.
Well,
Like,
yeah,
he's
but
yeah,
killing
no,
it.
yeah.
I'm saying he's the best part. But even that, you wouldn't say is amazing. Is what I'm saying. You have to work with what you're working with. You can change stuff if they let you. Also,
No,
it has
no,
a lot to do with
No,
editing.
well,
not
if your
saying
if your counterpart is fucking terrible.
Yes.
True. True.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And at the same time, that was actually at a pivotal point in movie making where they were just acting off of stuff that wasn't there, like the tennis balls and all that stuff that we kind of seemed
Oh, that was like all
that
green
is
screen shit,
green screen,
yeah.
all that stuff. That
Jar
was
Jar.
like
that though,
the
dude.
birth.
That's not
Jar
even
Jar was
that's
real.
not even a valid enough argument because
Back then it
what's
was
his name?
not
Bob-
now.
I'm not even then. No, because even what's his name? Bob Costas.
Okay, that was an exception.
Who framed
though.
Roger
yeah,
Rabbit?
That was
Yeah,
the
that guy was
I don't know how
playing
that was so
to
good
nothing.
though.
That's
Yeah,
it. Like
yeah,
that's
yeah.
like the
Yeah.
crazy ass exemption to this.
Yes.
Yeah.
He set the bar for
Yeah,
everything.
everyone brings that up.
That's why
and
I'm like,
it's a great
fuck that,
point,
dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
great point. But that is exactly the exception.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, either way, yeah, I know that's a horrible movie. I'm sorry. There's been so many. Like I watch a bunch of shows, like movie shows, and they're always like, "How do I introduce my girlfriend or introduce my kids to Star Wars? Do I even show them the prequels?" And sometimes people are like, "No, don't show them the prequels."
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Well,
I,
don't need
I'd
to.
say
no.
I think I told you guys before that I was once in a relationship with somebody who hadn't seen Star Wars at all, and so I decided to start with Episode 1, and then we got all the way to we watched all 6. Right?
How long did you the same?
It was
day?
like throughout the week.
Throughout the week? Okay, because that is, I figured this out at some point too, that you should never force someone into a marathon unless they say they're in for it.
Well, you
Agreed.
can use the Force though.
Hey.
Ooh. Ooh.
But yeah, so she ended up liking the prequels more than anything, and I was like, "Oh God, get out!"
Well, that's over. This relationship
I was
is
like,
over now.
get-
That's a sign.
Get outta
That's a
here.
That was the
sign.
last we saw of her.
I'm gonna get the hell out of here.
You leave this house right now.
Don't ever come back.
Yeah, but it's a very interesting time because you have now 3 different generations of Star Wars films. You have the originals, you have the prequels, and now you have the new ones coming out right now, and which is very interesting because my girlfriend, before she met me, she had never really seen that. She's seen bits and pieces of all the movies, and then when she met me, I showed her all the movies, and then at the same time, since we're together,
We got that.
what?
That you guys are
got
together.
this.
Nothing.
Just keep going.
Okay.
heard this.
No, I'm not saying. Okay, whatever. In the time that we were
Because we're together. I don't know if you guys knew.
They're
but,
together?
My girlfriend.
but I have a
we're together.
girlfriend.
Are you guys together?
You guys are not getting what I'm trying
We
to
got
say.
it. We got it.
I'm saying in the time that we were together, she saw Force Awakens, and so it's very different because I actually witnessed her going to the movies and seeing this new batch of films, and so she likes the new ones the most.
Well, yeah, J.J. Abrams is the man.
Well, he did
Yeah.
a great job.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then she also she likes the originals, and then she's like whatever with the prequels.
Oh,
and
for
so
sure.
so I was like, all right, that makes a lot of sense.
So she's a keeper.
Yeah, because this is where, you see the new stuff, and she's like, yeah, I really like that. And then she respects and likes the old stuff, but I get that it's not her. She's like, it's not her bag, because it's older. I get it. But then the prequel, she's like, that's kind of shitty. Like, she didn't like it at all. And I was like, all right, cool. I like you. We stay.
It looks very Shark Girl or Shark Boy and Lava Girl if you watch it.
Yeah. The effects are kind of weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's very orange. The
too
whole
much.
movie is orange.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, which one?
Which one?
Revenge of the
Both,
Sith?
both the Clone Wars, anytime they're on those 2 planets.
I've never
at least.
watched any of
Yeah.
those.
Really?
Yeah. I've just watched the originals.
Yeah, I saw all of it.
That's fine. I mean, I saw them because I was a fan, but I regret it.
You know what's weird though? Like,
Yeah,
Can't take it back. Can't take
I
it
will
back.
be 100% honest. When I saw them in theaters, I thought I was like, all right, that was cool. But looking back,
But we
on
were
them, it's
kids.
harder.
We didn't know any
yeah.
better.
Yeah.
I don't remember hating any movie when I was a kid. To be honest,
Right.
I can't think of one at least that I hated when I saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we got off on a tangent. You got Moana, Fantastic Beasts, Doctor Strange, Allied, which is that new Brad Pitt, Marion Cotillard movie, which I actually
I
want to.
cheated on
Can
with.
you say her name again?
Marion Cotillard.
Ah.
Omelette de fromage, French les compétents.
Merde.
Yeah.
Merde.
Voulez-vous coucher avec-
Voulez-vous coucher ce soir? Omelette de fromage.
Avec moi.
Boule de mai.
Ce soir.
Proste gars. La, 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 la. I love it. It's like wiping your ass with silk. That's my favorite line from Matrix trilogies. Okay, we're good. Arrival. Arrival is number 5. Oh shit! I didn't even know that was coming out.
What?
So all the way at number 7 in its opening weekend. Bad Santa 2.
Oh shit.
Oh, hey.
Okay.
I totally forgot that was even coming out.
Yeah.
And we just had this whole conversation where Christina Hendricks was getting butt fucked and Ryan hated it.
Huh?
That's right. Yeah. I mean, I don't like the idea of Christina Hendricks getting butt fucked because
She's a classy lady.
A classy lady that you take for like a steak dinner, you know?
Yeah. And so I found a screenshot.
I love you, Ryan.
I found a
We need to
screenshot.
be friends.
I found a screenshot from the movie where she's getting butt fucked by Billy Bob Thornton.
You still don't know if she's
and I-
getting butt
like you're so sure on this?
How are you not?
You said he banged fat chicks and that, but like
No, I said he butt fucks. Literally, that's his main thing. He says, I like to fuck butts. He says it.
I know.
Why are we having this conversation again? I don't get it.
Because you're
I
so
thought this
adamant
makes
about the
sense.
fact that
this
he's
is so
that he's butt
crazy.
fucking her.
Why are you adamant
And
about
that-
the fact that she's or assuming that she's not?
Because they're having like quick sex in the alley. It doesn't mean he's banging her in the ass.
From behind.
Yeah.
From a story point of view, it makes sense because his character butt fucks people.
Don't fucking give me your character development story, blah blah blah. Fuck you.
It's just funny.
in the butt. Okay, but yeah,
Can you
so
stop saying butt fucking?
I feel like you have a bad like you don't like the word butt fuck.
Nobody does.
Because it sounds horrible.
All right, stop kicking your mic.
Butt fuck.
Butt fuck. It does. It's
sounds-
aggressive.
It's very aggressive.
very
and
aggressive.
It's like such a bro thing to say. Like,
Yo,
you
yo.
butt fucker.
Like for real, you butt fuck.
Y'all butt fucking or what?
Y'all butt fucking there or what? He's like, hey yo, you butt fucking in there? Okay. All right. Moving on
Is it
from
hot
that.
in here?
And you were afraid you were gonna get cold.
I was like,
Is all this talk about butt fucking getting you out?
Ooh, I got the vapors.
oh my.
Has anyone ever mentioned? Okay, you have a really good, I think, a good voice. Have you done VO work at all?
No.
Really? You have any interest in it?
Sure. If it pays.
I was like, if it fucking pays me,
I was gonna say if it pays my
I pay
rent,
my bills?
yes.
No,
I know. I've heard I sound good on the radio.
As long as I don't get
You have
butt fucked.
Oh. I was gonna say that's probably not a thing, but it might be.
What?
Weird audible butt fuck porn. Or
Oh,
something.
sure. Yeah, for sure.
Whoa,
Yeah.
where did your mind go?
I know. That's not where I was going.
That's where I went.
We were talking about voices.
So Garrett went.
Okay.
No, I was voiceover, and then he was talking about butt fucking. I'm like, put them
Oh,
together.
I was talking about butt fucking.
You said butt fucking, and I believe that you requested to stop saying butt fucking. So that was yours.
It's just weird when it comes out of your mouth.
Times already.
We should have a butt fuck count on the screen. Ding.
Ding.
Butt fuck. Okay.
I feel like you were giving me a compliment, so thank you.
You have a nice voice. I think that you
Thank
would
you.
do well in VO, but it doesn't
Hey,
seem like
did
you're interested.
I should ask this. Did you ever like do any like music stuff with like a band or anything?
No.
Like studio recording?
Nah.
Nothing? Nah.
Nah.
Really?
Dude,
No.
would you be interested in that?
Sure. Yeah. As soon as I got rejected from that manager, I was
Are
like,
Are you only
eh.
interested in pop though?
No.
What kind of stuff would you also be interested
I
in
mean,
doing?
I'm really good at pop.
No, I mean, yeah, we get your forte, but like, what kind of stuff do you listen to?
Top 40, yo.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
But you're not like other genres like metal or rap or anything like.
I can rap.
Why did he?
Sure. Metal or
By the
rap.
way,
or
if I,
rap.
didn't, if I was
I was going for
three
different
drink-
parts
I
of
have
the
two choices.
parts of them.
if I wasn't 3 drinks in, I'd try and rap for you right now, but
man.
Play a beat, Ricky.
I don't.
Do it. Go, hit a
DJ,
button.
spin that.
no,
Hit a button.
I'm scared.
I don't have anything.
He's not prepared. Okay.
All right, let's
He's
get back
not
on.
ready.
to
We
this.
cut him off.
Anyway.
He's too stoned for this.
I
forgot where my computer
You saved me, Ricky. You saved me from embarrassment.
There you go. All right,
I'm not
everybody.
recording right now.
Opening the.
Take 2.
You guys, we haven't been recording this whole time. Like apparently, I recorded 2 seconds and then stopped, and I didn't.
I've been
notice.
staring at my off computer this whole time.
I was like, a black screen means it's working, right? All right, opening up this weekend, one major release film, which actually I've heard great things about. This is the movie called Jackie, and it's basically Jackie Onassis Kennedy.
Jackie Chan.
Jackie, or that.
Jackie
No,
Chan.
let's change that. Different movie now.
Jackie Treehorn.
Jackie is the autobiography of Jackie Chan, played by Jet Li, and it takes place in China.
I don't want no trouble.
I'd love to see. I paid to see that fucking movie.
Jet Li playing Jackie Chan.
Hell yeah. That'd be amazing.
And then the part of Jet Li is played by Tony Jaa.
No,
Yep.
Jet Li playing Jackie Chan in a depiction of fucking Bruce Lee. In a biopic of Bruce Lee.
Nice. I
That's
see what you did there.
confusing.
No, I see what you did there.
Let's do it.
That was funnier in my head.
All right.
Good job.
Jelly Jackie Chan, though. I want that.
All right. Let's talk about real things now.
Rush Hour 5.
And The Rock.
And The Rock says,
As
The Rock. What? Playing,
what do we get here?
Playing Chris Tucker
Chris Tucker.
in a biopic?
Yep.
Yeah, The
Let's
Rock
do that.
playing Chris Tucker. We need to see that.
Just Tucker.
I'm not.
Hey, Hollywood, give us a call.
You got a brain trust right here. We got it. Writer's room.
That's like a fifth grade idea so far.
fifth level idea.
Fifth level grade.
Idea.
Fifth grade.
grade.
If you mean fifth grade, like top
Fifth
tier.
level.
Like, there's 4 levels, and then we're the 5th level.
We're like
Yes.
the raid and levels of grade.
All right, go on, Garrett.
God, how our minds work. It's amazing. Yes, Jackie is going to be coming out. Natalie Portman.
Jackie.
God, stop saying Jackie Chan.
Natalie Portman is
It's
playing
playing Jackie
Jackie.
Chan.
What?
Holy shit.
She would. Wow.
Okay, so she learned kung fu, karate, and all these other martial arts.
Jackie
Like
Chan
she did for
Adventures.
ballet for
Yeah.
Black Swan. Yep. mhm.
That's why she hasn't been in a movie since Black Swan.
'Cause
She's
she's
been learning
Getting
kung
her black
fu.
belt.
She's learning
Yeah.
how to be Chinese.
Ever since, so they casted Scarlett Johansson as a Japanese woman in Ghost in the Shell, and they cast Natalie
What?
Portman as Jackie Chan,
It makes sense.
a Chinese
It's not shocking.
man.
We did it again.
Happening again.
We just all happened again.
Yes, we did. We're never gonna finish. Dude, okay. Ryan's question. I remember he says like, I don't know why this takes Garrett so long. It's because of this.
Well, you don't have to play along, dude. You can just move on.
Yeah, just stop going along with it. Just be an asshole. To start being an asshole.
How about we're entertaining. We're trying to entertain people.
All right.
Thank you. All right.
Speaking of which, Ricky, can you give me a beer?
Please.
Sure.
Also, can you get that ice block back out? No. Thank you.
Also, can you get the turkey out of there?
Oh, turkey.
Turkey.
Ooh, okay. Just kidding. Don't open the beer yet. We have that beer. You want to try it?
Oh, yeah.
Wait, what?
What?
So, everyone,
Grab the cork beer.
it's time.
It's ready to go.
Ryan and I figured this out before the show. We forgot about it.
Fancy.
shit.
We have one of ours.
sucks.
Oh.
Well, we're going to
shit.
try it right now. Get 4 glasses. Just any glass. It doesn't matter. I'm
I
like, wait.
can't.
Well, we
I don't
can have
remember-
a little bit of
I'm
it.
black.
I don't remember what kind of beer it was.
I have to read the warning that's on the label.
It just says do not open until at least November/December.
Oh, okay.
but I don't
says
remember what it
warning.
was.
It's not super ominous.
It says 4 Humpcast, otherwise you will turn into a frog.
Okay.
It says boys only, no girls.
No girls allowed.
Yeah.
It's actually a potion
Yes. It's
from
pure-
Salem.
It is. It
Really?
is 90%.
Bring it.
90% testosterone, and no.
Wait, am I
get-
gonna grow like chest hair or something?
Yeah, but it'll be fine.
Okay.
You'll have furry tits. Grab 4 glasses from over there. Stop it, dude! You're gonna fucking blow it up.
Nah.
Every time you touch every time you touch
I'm
a
just
homebrew
twisting
beer,
it.
yeah, but you're gonna blow it up.
I'm not gonna pop. It's a fucking cork.
Remember what happened last time I touched one?
You're gonna make our guests
No.
get the glasses?
Look what you're doing.
Oh shit! Well, I'm fucking
Just
I'm
leave
fine with
it.
Yeah, he's like, but I'm twisting. Okay,
Cork's
so
in my way.
I am gonna explain this beer.
I'm gonna explain it.
I'm gonna explain the beer.
I'm gonna explain it.
let me have that. No, these are all fine. They should be fine.
Are these okay?
I forgot we had these.
Yes, I actually prefer that one. Thank you.
Give
So
a shit.
we
Yeah,
have
just pour it in that
a
one.
friend of the show, and of course, I think he's a 2-time guest at least.
Two-time.
Two-time.
Mario.
Bring
Mario-
people back.
Yes. Mario Ortega, especially if they make
So
us
when
beer.
your film comes out, hit us up. We'll
All
get you
right,
back in
so-
here.
So show us movies and or give us beer.
Yep.
Two-time guest Mario Ortega, who is also a home brewer. Last time he was here, gave us 3 batches of beer, basically.
Yeah.
He gave us
He brought so much beer the
So
last
much
time.
beer. 2 of them were still not ready, so he had them bottle conditioning here for the show. One of them we already drank. That was, I think, the end of summer. And now this one, I remember I said, do not open till at least November, December. And now is the fucking time. We're going to try this beer, which I don't remember what it is, so I can't tell you. But we're going to tell you
Yeah,
it
I have no
tastes.
idea what kind.
I forgot.
Mario,
Mario, if
on
you're
the
watching
live
or
feed?
listening. No, if you are listening or anything, let us know, because I don't remember what kind of beer this is.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
It's been how many months that we've been waiting for this? I kind of forgot.
Okay, so no. I remember at least...
It's been a while.
I want to say like at least 5 months.
Yeah, I'd say that.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to open this bitch up. Try not to explode it like
It's
last
already
time.
fucking coming out,
No,
man.
dude,
I can see
it's
it.
already
now.
coming.
I can see it coming.
Dude, last time I exploded a cork.
Did you really?
Yeah.
So I'm going to
This could get crazy for the live feed.
Delegate.
Live feed. Hopefully you got a good view. Live feed.
I'm so scared.
Oh, God.
There we go. I'm a professional. Oh, Jesus, it's tight, dude.
I'm scared.
Gross. Why is this so tight?
It's gonna be like The Shining.
It might be frozen in there. It's been right there under the freezer this whole time.
For those of you who are not watching the live feed, you're missing out.
Maybe try using a bottle
missing
opener.
out.
Oh, it's
You're
coming.
missing
It's
out.
coming. It's coming.
Shit.
It's coming.
Oh,
I'm coming.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Am I talking this?
Oh my god! Oh my god! I think you just broke it in there. Oh no, we're good.
I use bartender training. Oh, it's still gonna. No, it's coming. It's foaming a little bit though.
It's
I
mad.
use special bartending training to fucking do that. All right, give me your glasses, everyone.
Keep hitting my fucking mic stand.
Or you
That
know,
was
actually,
scary.
I'll keep going with this. You guys
My
pour,
heart's racing right now.
and then I will keep talking.
I'm scared of like.
Try and get it even. Oh, I was like, I thought you were just gonna down the beer. I'm scared
now.
All right, try and pour evenly. I'm gonna keep talking. Yes, Jackie is gonna be a biopic with stop it. Natalie Portman as Jackie Kennedy, and it's really cool because obviously this is gonna take place directly after the assassination of JFK, and it's taking. I've heard a lot of people that have seen screenings of this saying that this may be her best work ever.
Whoa.
Which is saying a lot for Natalie Portman, seriously. So I'm actually, it's one of these movies that if I wasn't hearing this buzz, I would not be interested at all. What do you guys think before we get these beers? Anything at all?
That sounds
heard
interesting,
about
but
it at all.
I've never heard of
Yeah, I
this
haven't heard,
before
I
this.
haven't heard anything.
All right.
But I mean, that sounds interesting.
Yeah.
I'll give
Canadians are cool.
thumbs up, thumbs down.
Cool.
It's gonna have the scene of her, picking up
for
the
some people,
brains.
I know Jackie O is a very inspirational
Strong topic.
Yeah, strong topic. So
Yeah.
I didn't know if that was the case. Since it's not, we're
I
gonna
think she
move
totally
on.
fits that character for sure.
Yeah,
It's gonna be really cool.
I'm
So,
very interested in this.
I think it's gonna be like I don't know. I kind of want to see that opening.
Yeah.
So much shit at the bottom of mine now.
Oh yeah, that's a good shit, bro.
It's a good shit.
That's the worm.
Mm-hmm. All right, I want to try this beer before we get into the next story.
Try it?
Let's do it. There's
Jen-
a lot of floaters
Jen,
and everything.
yeah.
As a Jen, cheers.
Cheers, everybody. Oh god, I can see that.
Floaties.
Floaties.
There are literally
Holy
aliens. There are
shit.
aliens in my beer. Aliens.
Wait, what is that?
I don't know.
It's aliens.
Stuff.
Particulates.
Am I gonna die?
Aliens.
Look, y'all. Another
Oh,
one.
it's so good.
Those are aliens. Those are aliens. They come in the same
Oh, wow, that
area.
is actually pretty good.
The same area.
What is it, like a Belgian?
That is.
It's like delirium.
It's aliens.
Look at that.
Why did Mario only give us a bottle?
I know, shit. We should hit them up. I bet you the rest of them are done
Those
now.
are aliens coming down here, y'all.
Motherfucker. I'm gonna
Look,
try and
it's
find this
coming
thing.
down the same direction.
What thing?
Oh, it's breaking out.
Instagram.
Oh, it's 6, it's 8, it's 9. Oh, shit.
So fucking.
Oh, shit. Look at that.
All right,
That was good.
shout out to our friend Mario Ortega.
Thank you for this beer,
freaking
bro.
beer is so good.
It's got so much shit floating in it though. I got like chunks, like
Some
really
heavy
big chunks.
shit.
Yeah.
It's heavy.
So okay.
So what would that be? Hops or barley?
Hop. No, it's
hops?
particulates. It's a lot of different stuff. I mean, it depends
It's
on what
particulates.
it depends on what he puts in his beer.
Particles.
I
But
know. Why can't you say particles?
Beer particles.
shut the fuck up, seltzer water. It's the same shit.
Bruh.
All right.
right,
Oh, there he
moving
is.
on.
Oh no, I wanted to find his Instagram so I can plug him. So shout out Mario Ortega. Thank you so much for this beer. It actually is really good. And I wish you gave us more. And this is not the right guy. It's some black comic.
All right.
All right, whatever. But Google, check on Facebook, Mario Ortega. I know he's a home brewer. He's a comedian. He's awesome. He's been on here multiple times. I don't have his thing off the top of my head. Check him out. I'll find it maybe by the end of this episode, most likely. I think Ryan's probably on it right now, actually. So going into my first story. We have Tom Holland and Daisy Ridley in talks for a brand new Doug Liman movie called Chaos Walking. And what really interested me in this movie is that it is really cool because it kind of takes a familiar sort of premise and then it changes a little bit. So the premise of this is going to be that Tom Holland is basically, and it's kind of shitty, in a world with no women.
Huh?
Whoa.
What?
He's in a world where, like, I guess the women got
Everyone's
wiped out.
butt fucking.
Everyone's
That's what you call a callback in this business.
hey,
Bruh.
true shit. Probably gonna true shit. True shit. Actually, that's the title of the movie. It's called True Shit. No. No. Okay. So a virus wiped out all of the women on this planet, basically, and then so they haven't seen any women, and then so Tom Holland is in a
All of a sudden you see Daisy Ridley.
yeah. Basically, that's how it's gonna work.
So it comes out of the sky.
no, but this
I don't know. Like, what if it's just like that really fat chick from Borat?
No, bro.
Like, what if that was
Daisy
the only
Ridley.
like, I want to see that movie where that's the only woman in the entire.
I know,
planet.
right? Daisy Ridley. Oh, it's the only
It's
woman.
always-
She's
it's always-
beautiful.
It's always like the most attractive woman ever. Like it's. I wanted to see like just to be like the most unattractive chick on the planet that you could possibly think of. Be the only woman on the planet.
If depending on how
I'll make
long they
that.
are,
It'll
how
be the
long they are
sequel.
without women, that might be the most beautiful woman
Anything
you've
is
seen.
possible.
Yeah, maybe it is,
Forever.
and then they're just seeing Daisy Ridley, but in reality,
It's beer goggles.
It's the manatee effect.
Yeah, who knows, bro?
It's
It's,
like, oh,
It's the manatee
very
theory.
possible.
The mermaid theory.
We just
Yeah.
never know. It's up to our own
very
imagination.
possible. All right, I'm gonna read the synopsis since it's very hard for me to talk and formulate plans. Right, thoughts right now. Schnizzle bizzle.
You know what they say about beer before liquor?
I do. You
Good
die.
thing you had liquor first.
You're fucked.
I'm in the clear, you guys.
That tiny
You're
bit.
I am in the clear. It's fine. It's
tiny
all right.
bit of beer is gonna.
You're
I'm
dead.
gonna die.
You're fucking dead.
At the end of this episode. It may be my last episode. So
Just chill.
Enjoy.
to the next
next
episode. Oh, all right. So Holland, whom we all saw play Spider-Man, really fucking cool, is going to be in this movie. And the synopsis is, excuse me, my burp.
That's a great
polite.
synopsis.
I thought it was. No, was it not?
pretty
Were you
good.
not intrigued?
I was.
Thank you. Thank you. I was entertained. Okay, so Tom Holland is going to play Todd Hewitt, who is the only boy in a town of men. Ever since the settlers were infected by the noise germ, which allows men... This is so fucking weird. It allows men to hear each other's thoughts. What the fuck? But it kills women.
The fuck?
Yeah. So women
Worth
are dead.
it.
Yeah, worth it.
Wait.
I can hear Ryan like bang, 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 bang.
No, but there's no women.
But there's no women. So,
he's just banging all
No,
dudes.
those are guys. Those are guys. Those
So
are
I'm talking
dudes.
about butt fucking.
Yeah, butt fucking. Yeah. So Todd can hear everything the men think, and they hear everything he thinks. That's weird. Todd,
weird.
Yeah, Todd is just a month away from becoming a true man, but I don't even know what that means.
Like his 18th birthday or
Yeah.
something?
Tom
Is it
Holland's
virginity?
9 lives.
Yeah, in the midst of cacophony, he knows that the town is hiding something from him. Something so awful. Todd is forced to flee
A woman.
with only his dog, who may or may not be a woman dog. I don't know if they explain that, if they're like female animals still, but hopefully they are. Who's I didn't even mean it that way, but okay. Whose simple, loyal voice. He does hear the dog's voice. That's fucking cool, actually.
That's the dogs.
He hears the dog's voice.
The fuck?
Yeah. With hostile men from the town in pursuit, the two stumble upon a strange and eerily silent creature. A girl. Jesus Christ.
Are you
this
serious?
real?
No, I'm reading. This is verbatim. Who is she? Why wasn't she killed by the germ like
Was this
all the
written-
females on the New World?
Was this written by hackers from another country?
Verbatim, I hardly even
This
know
is
it.
Hey! Propelled by Todd's gritty narration, readers are in for a white knuckle journey in which a boy on the cusp of manhood. Cusp is such a weird word. Cusp on manhood must unlearn everything he knows in order to figure out who he truly is.
Wow.
This sounds like the stupidest, most awesome movie I've ever seen or heard about.
That's a rental.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Netflix.
No, seriously, I would if I read that, I'd probably click on it drunk on Netflix. But no, I doubt I'm gonna go see this in the theaters.
Very confused by it.
Although Tom Holland and Daisy Ridley, those are good names behind it.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising.
So okay, so this as soon as I read this, I thought immediately Children of Men, kind of a little bit of, like that. Not,
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah,
not,
yeah.
I mean, you know, obviously
And it's always
slightly
still
different.
women.
But the fucking the telekinesis or telepathy thing is weird. I just read the thing with the dog. That's awesome. First of all, I want a whole movie on
I
just
would love to know what dogs
Okay,
think
hold
of.
on. Pause. You know what I want? A Wild Thornberrys movie. Nickelodeon.
Oh my
Where
God.
you
Oh
at?
shit.
Where you at? Wild Thornberry movie where one person can talk to all the animals.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, there's been a porn parody.
God damn, Ryan,
serious?
Ryan is on
Ryan
it.
is like the porn master. Oh
Wow,
my god,
porn
he knows
berries.
like everything.
We have the Blood Queen and the Porn Master.
No, I'm just kidding.
Ooh,
We should
ooh.
start a production company.
Let's do it.
The Blood Porn Masters.
The Royal Weirdos. I don't,
We could have a fan club.
well, yeah, why not?
Porn stars. Wait.
What?
Blood
Whoa!
stars. Blood porn.
Yes.
Blood
Okay.
star.
Thank you. So, you already kind of chimed in. It sounds like a rental to you, right?
So
Are you
rental.
interested at all? Anything pop out?
Maybe if I was like super bored on a Saturday and had nothing else to do.
Super high.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? This is fucking weird. Like the synopsis.
That sounds like I'm not
Yeah.
gonna go see it.
I'd probably have to watch it twice.
Here's the
too.
thing, though. It really interested. Besides the fact that
I don't know. Maybe like it's Children of Men was really good.
I agree. I like Charlie.
So
And if I read the synopsis of Children for Men, it might sound kind of weird too.
Children for Men.
Let's read the
of Men.
synopsis for Children of Men. Let's read the
Or
synopsis.
Children for Men.
Children for Men is a totally different movie.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Garrett said
I said Children,
Children
for
for
Men.
Men.
It's a different movie. It's very bad.
Just killed me.
It's one of it's one of Ryan's movies. Let's put it that way.
Ryan's porn.
God damn it.
I don't go down that rabbit hole.
Oh,
Children for Men.
I don't know. I'm not gonna look that up. I am not touching that. Are you okay, bro?
I'm good.
I remember my first hit.
Oh.
Okay.
It was yesterday.
It was that. It was
Yeah,
really
yesterday.
bad. It was real bad, guys.
An hour ago.
Yeah. All right. The thing that actually really intrigues me is that you have Doug Liman, who is the director of Edge of Tomorrow. Has anyone seen Edge
Great
of
movie.
Tomorrow?
Of course.
Oh, look at you.
You mean Live, Die, Repeat?
Yes, I do.
Oh, I watched that.
Yes.
Because it changed. The title changed.
Yes,
So
it
they-
did.
and that was they kind of fucked it up as far as advertising and promoting it.
Why did that happen?
Studios?
Yeah, just weird studio
Power
shit.
people.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
I still haven't seen it.
It's
haven't seen it?
Really
It's pretty
good.
cool.
Oh my
It's pretty
god,
cool.
it's so
Yeah,
fucking good.
It is one
I
of my
agree.
favorite movies, to be honest.
Say what you will about Tom Cruise. I think he's a great fucking actor.
No,
Of course he is.
that's the thing. Like,
How about Tom Cruise?
No, you don't agree?
No.
Really?
Let me say
I think
this.
He's a great
I
I
actor.
think he's
I think
good. I think he's good at like certain things.
I think he's
but
overrated for sure.
I think he's good at acting, but he plays the same character in every single movie.
every single time. So
Except
he's
for
good
Tropic
at,
Thunder.
He's good at one character.
Exactly.
Oh, touche.
I mean, come on.
Touche.
But that's-
You want to
yes.
see him shine?
Yes.
That's
Tropic
a fucking
Thunder.
movie right
It's
there.
true. Unfortunately, it's true.
Touche. You
You're
could tell
right.
he had a lot of aggression
But
in
he-
him.
Yeah, I was like, what other role has he played
That's a stretch.
is so like different?
not.
That was
That's
the
only one.
craziest
that was
one
it.
by far.
True.
I had no idea when I first saw the movie. Like I remember
didn't know
seeing
it was
that.
him either.
I saw that at a screening at Comic-Con. Like before, like anyone had said anything. Like we just, I remember it was like just me and my dad, and we were like, oh yeah, go see this Tropic Thunder movie. It's got Ben Stiller and Jack Black. And we're just all right, let's go see it. And then all of a sudden, it just like I think so they came out, Ben Stiller and Jack Black, Robert Downey Jr. introduced the movie in this tiny theater, like away from Comic-Con, like at some like random AMC. And then so they introduced the movie, and then at the end, Tom Cruise was there too.
He came out
And
as a
yeah, so he didn't come out as a character, but he came out,
Aw.
and we were like, "Why is Tom Cruise here? Like, what the fuck happened?" And then at the end, we realized, like, "Oh shit!" Like that was him, and that's why he's there.
Oh, that would have been awesome if he came out as a character.
You guys didn't even know that was
Yeah, we're just like, "What the fuck?" Tom Cruise is here.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
this is
that's cool.
awesome.
Tom Cruise here. Ah.
That's cool. Showing up for his buddies.
Like,
Yeah.
hey, we like Mission Impossible.
All right.
Yeah. No, but I agree. Like mostly he plays the same character,
yeah.
but he's very good at that character.
He's great at that character.
And I'll say this: I love Live, Die, Repeat or Edge of Tomorrow or whatever it's called in your eyes, but it's a great movie.
It's called In Your Eyes too.
In your eyes.
Hey, and he did a good job in that movie. I think Emily Blunt was so good though. I love
Yeah,
Emily.
they
Blunt.
both did a great.
That was the movie that I think I was like, oh, I didn't know who she. Like I knew I've seen Emily Blunt.
Not even the fucking.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Which one was she?
Which
She's
one?
the
movie?
woman, the main
the
woman,
main British chick.
Yeah, she's the one that gets infected first, and so like she does the push-ups, and she's like, "What?" Yes, her. That's Emily Blunt.
Somebody
She did
blunt.
good.
She was also in Devil Wears Prada.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I didn't
Devil's
think that-
Rejects where
That fucking
No,
movie.
yeah.
That's where she gets.
Rejects in
Bruce
the Prada.
Willis movie. Fucking. They go time travel. God damn it.
Looper.
Looper. It's in Looper too.
Fruit Looper.
Fruit Looper.
Who was she in?
She was
main
the
chick?
toucan.
Yeah.
Toucan Sam.
I clearly don't remember her in movies,
Well,
but
okay,
then
well,
as
she's
soon
the
as you
British
bring it up-
chick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the movie,
She's actually married
Southern.
to
John Krasinski,
Yeah.
Oh really?
Mike
John-
Wazowski.
Mike Wazowski. Yes.
Office
yes, she is.
Man.
Oh shit.
I
But
thought,
no, yeah.
I don't know. I thought Emily Blunt was a musician.
That's James
Smoked
Blunt.
an Emily
That
Blunt.
is That is James Blunt.
Is it
You're beautiful.
That's what it is.
Him.
Okay.
Yes, him.
That's what I'm thinking of.
Oh my God.
I'm thinking of who was. There's an Emily too. That's like a music, like plays piano and sings.
Emily.
I'm thinking of.
I smoked an Emily Blunt.
Hey.
Smoke weed every day.
No, I know you're talking about Emily. Ah, shit. Night.
What?
Yeah.
Amelia. I don't know. Fucking just go ahead.
New York.
Okay, now you're
New
going
York.
off
Who's the piano?
a weird
I'm just.
thing.
I'm,
Can we stop now so I can keep
Amelia
going?
Earhart.
You guys know Dan Trachtenberg?
Never heard of
No,
her.
but I know the last name with Michelle.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
No, that was more for these guys because
Oh.
Dan Trachtenberg is not only the director of 10 Cloverfield Lane, but he's also.
I still haven't stayed awake for that movie.
Are you fucking
What?
kidding me?
I watched the whole
I
thing.
have it, and
Yeah,
I
it's
keep
so
putting.
good.
And I keep putting it on. I'm like, okay, I'll finally watch this movie, and then I.
Where do you fall asleep at?
I'm in bed.
Oh.
It's like every time I
Like
put it on.
within
His
10
belt
minutes.
with his belt around his neck and his dick in his hand.
Oh, hey.
Jeez,
Why?
Garrett, man.
I'm sorry. I'm pissed that he
You don't have to
didn't
talk about
see
my
this.
attempted suicide. my David Carradine days.
Yes, I just.
They were blaming
I'm
me.
mad that you haven't watched this movie. It's a good movie.
I haven't. Yeah, I haven't watched it because I keep falling asleep. And it's like
What?
I'm not saying it's a bad movie.
No, it's suspenseful. It starts off slow, but
yeah,
it
it starts
builds.
off.
slow.
It starts off
Very
really
slow.
slow, and
Yeah,
I only get so far, like up until when they're having dinner, and then I'm like,
Oh.
And then it fucking ramps up.
That
bro.
makes sense, but I mean, like, if
It
you
doesn't
stay
pick-
awake, you're good.
It doesn't pick up until the last 10 minutes, so
see,
just fast forward.
20.
It's good. It's still good. What's the whole thing?
20 more. I don't know, but yeah, it's a good movie. I liked it. But I agree, it is kind of like if you watch it in the morning. How about that? Watch it in the daytime when you're not.
I'll still
tired.
fall asleep.
All right. Whatever. Well, either way, I thought he did a great job, and he's also a former podcaster. He was on one of our favorite shows, TRL, Not TRL.
TRL.
TRS.
Total Request.
Hi, my
MTV
name's Stacy
style?
from Oklahoma, and I'm just saying I want to say hi to my mom and my cousin Becky, and I love Blink-182. Woo!
Go Carson Daly.
Woo!
No, TRS. Totally Rad Show.
TRL, Jesus.
The Totally Rad Show.
Wow.
I am so bad right now.
This is the best show I've ever been on.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
And you can talk. Yeah, no, Totally Rad Show. Alex Albrecht, Dan Trachtenberg, and Jeff Kanata.
TRL. The show we all love.
We all love
TRL.
Carson Daly. You guys remember that shit?
Oh, yeah.
Amazos. I loved it. But yes, so now he's signed on to do the Houdini biography pick, which is really cool.
Gross.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and so I can see him. He focus. I mean, okay. I will say this about 10 Cloverfield Lane: it was a little like low tempo in the beginning, but the dialogue and the shots were great. So I think he did a good job.
It was interesting.
I was just thinking of the fireworks video that you sent me, the bootleg fireworks.
Oh yeah.
Have you guys ever seen the video of the guy? Because they have illegal fireworks, but the cannon doesn't shoot the thing up, so it just blows up in the street.
Yeah.
And there's a black dude behind the camera. He's like, "Oh, I ain't getting those bootleg fireworks anymore." But then they put that audio from that video of 4th of July to Cloverfield when the monster shows
I'm gonna
up.
link down on the Facebook.
It's fucking
I gotta
hilarious.
No, dude,
It works out perfect.
Like, I've heard the audio before.
And
so
it's
I-
like
I knew
uncut
it,
audio.
yeah.
They just started at the right point.
I mean, yeah.
It's-
It's
so
just playing
good.
the whole time. I keep
Yeah.
unplugging this fucking
It
thing.
doesn't
dude.
matter. It has AIDS.
God damn it.
Oh, I was gonna say, how are you gonna do your stories?
I got them on my phone.
Oh, okay, cool.
we're good.
All right, moving on to my last story, and this actually somewhat ties into one of Ryan's. These recent photos, which I probably should have actually sent them to you so we can all see them at once. I'll show them to you, and then can you just give me the thing?
No.
All right, I will go say fuck it. I will link this to you, but
Put on Facebook.
I will. So the Power Rangers movie that is coming out has released some brand new photos of Rita Repulsa, specifically, and is really interesting because it has triggered a lot of fan reaction, specifically fan theories. I'm gonna go ahead and link this to these guys so we can all see them, but I'm gonna explain what I'm talking about after I stop talking really
You mean
slow.
Rita
Can't
Repulsi?
see it.
Rita Repulsi. Hey.
Okay.
All right. Cool. All right. Look at those.
Rita
Boom.
Repulsi.
Ooh.
So
Hey.
now we can all see these.
There we
That's
go, there we
the
go.
whole body shot. This is something that we haven't seen yet, and this is the whole thing.
Looks like the fucking Green Ranger.
Yes, and that is the thing that I wanted to bring up.
It's like a suit that like gets all flayed right here.
Yeah. So there are two major theories right now.
That's the
going out.
morpher right there.
Shut the fuck up so I can talk about
Okay,
this story.
sorry.
All right. So there are two major theories out right now. We have these brand new pictures of Rita Repulsa.
He's like, "What do you guys think?" Shut the fuck up.
No,
like
I haven't
these
even
right
fucking said the
here.
story. All right, so you have the shots of Rita Repulsa, but the thing is, now you can see her whole suit, her whole body, and her staff. But two major theories are that she killed the original Green Ranger and took his power coin.
Is that what's happening?
Right here.
Can you fucking let me finish, bro?
Right here. Right here.
I'm asking what's
I'm saying,
happening.
This is what I'm
Right
saying.
here. Right.
It's possible that she took the power coin and took
So
took
this
the
is all,
powers.
this is all specticism.
Yes, exactly, because they're just photos. But then also another one, which is a lot more interesting, I think, is that she was the original Green Power Ranger, and that she basically she turned evil.
Tanya.
That's
Not-
possible.
And not Tommy.
Yeah, I was like,
Sure.
I mean, Cummy.
there was a Power Ranger named Tanya, so I got confused for a second, and I was like, oh,
She
okay.
has like a weird rope around her neck. It's
She likes
weird.
BDSM. That's cool.
Apparently.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't think any of that shit.
But look at the staff, which also looks like Loki's staff, but it
It
looks like
does.
there's
Yeah, it
looks like
does.
there's a morpher right there.
It does, yeah.
So I'm assuming that staff has the green power coin in there, and whether she either killed the original Green Ranger or was the original Green Ranger.
How about
That
maybe,
is
killed
that is a
JDF,
very
bro.
that is a very cool twist on the Power Rangers lore. That
maybe they
may
beat
or
her.
may-
Maybe they
to-
beat her up. They beat her ass. They get the fucking coin, and then they give it to a green guy,
JD.
a guy who wears green.
But in the original one, she makes the Green Ranger.
Right.
So we never even knew how she got that power coin. First of all,
It's true.
that could be something that may have been like tossed around in like a writer's room or something. But this,
know.
I really think
I
this is
hate
cool.
all, like talking so much about Power Rangers because it's such a shitty, stupid show. Like now to watch, like it's
Oh, now, but they changed. Like I think this
not-
trailer
it's
is,
like
it's completely
I don't
different.
care what the fuck they do. It's gonna be better than anything we saw in the '90s.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like, I don't give a fuck. Just make the goddamn movie. Why are so many people on the internet like?
Did you
"What,
see
do
the
you
trailer?"
think it's because
No.
maybe?
It is crazy that there's so much lore, and like when I was watching, I'm just like, well, how the fuck are these people like putting these stories together? Like, what the fuck did I miss when I was watching these?
Who fucking cares?
Like, no, but Rita Repulsa, like, she's like, they've got this backstory. I'm just like, what? How did you get this story?
Yeah,
bro?
no,
where did this even come from?
Well, I mean, it makes a lot of sense, especially if you look at like what Bryan Cranston said, where he's taking like, let's say you had Batman. The first live action iteration of Batman was the Adam West version, and so that was very campy. Who is that? You?
It's Ricky.
Oh, so it's very
messaging
campy,
me.
and then let's take the Dark Knight, same exact character, but you changed it. You made it a lot more grounded in realism, very gritty, and so that's what he's kind of like attributing this to. You have the '90s version of Power Rangers, and now you have this version, which is, I mean, I still see a lot of really like, not cheesy, but definitely like very hard to believe as real things, but it's definitely different. And I really like it because I like things that have these sort of ingrained lore that, you know, hopefully that they will dive into later on. And so I saw these pictures. I thought they'd be really cool to bring in and see what you guys thought about. But I want to say I'm going to say 99% that's a fucking morpher. in her
yeah, for
staff.
sure.
That looks just like a morpher. It looks like know what it looks like actually? The gold Comic-Con version of the Green
Yeah.
Ranger morpher.
Yeah, she just like ripped that
Yeah.
gold piece off and then just fucking stuck it on.
Exactly,
Yeah.
dude. But like, and now that I think about it, her costume is kind of dragony. It's reptilian.
It is.
So that's what I'm getting more and more on the side that she may have actually
killed JDF.
She could have either
She
been
killed JDF
or absorbed those
Yeah,
powers.
this fucking thing.
Yeah.
He
All
is
right.
supposed to. I mean, like he kind of supposedly leaked that he did a cameo in the
He
movie.
said some shit
Did he
about
say
it,
it?
like on Instagram and like.
I
and
stopped
then
following
yeah.
him because he's kind of douchey.
He is
Yeah.
a douche,
Yeah.
he's very.
but he did
douchey.
leak it.
Oh,
apparently.
Because okay, so before this movie like really got a trailer out and everything, he's like, "Oh, I wish they asked me to be in it." And I was like, oh, "Okay, well, fucking deal with it, bro. That's not your, you know, it's if they don't want you in it, you're not gonna be in it." But
he had, like,
if he
a-
did that, that's still douchey.
Yeah.
He bitched about him about not liking that fan film that got made too.
Oh right, yeah.
Whatever, dude. Like I'm less than that. This is okay.
For
I've
kids.
so I've talked to these guys about it. I'm very anti Meet Your Heroes.
So true.
Yeah. So like whenever we go to like we just came
Except for
from,
Elijah Wood, you'll climb over a table.
Dude.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've met Elijah Wood 3 times, and so I want to take a picture with him every single
Best
time.
friend.
That third time, he was so wasted. He
Yeah,
just, he
no,
didn't-
that
he-
was the worst.
He had to like crawl through a booth to like get a picture. Like,
Let's
so-
take another picture. I met you at dim sum.
And so he put his he put his ass in like all of his friends' faces to like get into a booth and climb in there and take a picture with him. And they're like, "Oh my god,
I
who
was
the fuck is this guy?"
so drunk. Yeah, it was very
That's
bad.
awesome.
Awesome.
But usually, so we just went to what was the last one we went to? Stanley's Comic-Con, and we saw all these people, and like they went to go. Like Ryan got what you got a picture and signature, right? Or no, that's
What are you talking about?
Never mind. We're going to something else.
Anyway,
Where at the LA Comic Con? Yeah. I got a picture and a signature with the artist who created Eddie from Iron Maiden.
Exactly. And then, did you see anyone that you liked? You got like a thing from?
No.
No, okay. Well, I saw a few people that I like follow on Instagram and like I like their work and stuff like that. But I'm like, I don't really want to go over there and talk to them because I have really nothing to say to them.
just
And-
say, "Hey, I like your work."
Yeah, like
I mean,
that.
that's
That
good
would be
enough.
the extent though. And like I'm not there. I don't care about like an autograph. It's not gonna. It's gonna sit in a corner of my room. You know. And, but like the
You're
thing
also
is,
not. You've never been like that passionate about anything.
no, but that's the thing. Like
Like,
whenever
I love Iron Maiden, I love heavy metal, I love music. You know, so there's and then to meet this guy who's created the artwork for like 90% of the albums that I've listened to, like there was kind of a big deal.
but that's
Jenn
that.
Nangle, Blood Queen. That's who he's passionate about.
Yes.
Yes.
This is why she's here because I want to talk to her.
Ah, okay, great. Yes.
No, but what I'm saying is
No?
for the yes, but for the most part, what I'm trying to say is that unless I can just sit down and have a one-on-one without you having to worry about like what
Other people coming around or
I don't care about the 2 minutes that I get to say, oh, I really appreciate your work. Can I have an autograph, etc. And then I've been let down where it's like I've talked to people and they've just come off so douchey or so like, you know, like they don't want to be there and or like they're like, oh, I just kind of fell into this. And I'm like, I don't want to know all that. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm like, I
have a lot of celebrities that come into my survival job that I work at, and they are always disappointing except for Charlie Sheen.
Really?
Nice.
Yes.
He seems like a genuinely like a cool dude.
He's super polite, super respectful, just
likes to party.
manners. What he does on his own time, he does on his own time. But everybody else I've dealt with,
I don't know. I was like that whole time he was having that meltdown. Everybody was like giving him shit, and I was like, dude, the guy's a millionaire. He can party, man. He can do whatever he wants.
We
do all the coke he wants.
We helped him during his meltdown, and I personally think that either it was like a drug induced craziness thing, or it was a show.
That's also possible
because we would get him during certain points during it, and super cool, super polite, super awesome, super amazing. Like, he's my favorite.
But then there was like videos of him being like out in the streets, like with his shirt torn and he's all sweaty, like trying to order Jack in the Box in like a drive-through. Like, but he's walking through the drive-through with just him and a bodyguard. Like, there was a video I saw.
Oh, we dealt with his bodyguard big time. Yeah.
Yeah, I just saw a video with him and a bodyguard like trying to order food, all fucked up, and he was. But then he was like super nice to these people who were yelling.
Nice.
They were yelling at him like, "Yo, Charlie!" And then he came up to their car. He's like, "What's up, man?" I'm Charlie Sheen. Yeah. He's like, sorry, I'm fucking loaded right now.
Yeah. I also have like an 80s little icon, idol, child, teen idol that comes to the salon, and he's
not fun.
No bueno.
Oh,
really?
Yeah.
I was going to say Corey Feldman.
Is it Corey Feldman?
Is it? Oh my God!
Oh shit!
Oh my God! Have you seen his music lately?
We haven't helped him like recently. I met his angels.
Oh my God!
He's asked.
This is so awesome.
He's asked.
He
one
swears
of my,
they know how to play those instruments.
Dude.
No, he's asked one of my coworkers and a girl that I've worked with's friends to be one of his angels.
Yeah.
Do you want to be one of my angels?
Never asked me to be one of his angels.
What a dick!
I know, right?
Well, you're not blonde, and
You can be the blood angel.
You're not blonde.
Blood angel.
You're not blonde and 19.
I'd show him up, but yeah, just difficult, just super ego, just super not fun.
Yeah,
and it was disappointing because I grew up with the
met him.
Goonies, you know.
Cool. We met him at we met him at a
cool
concert
to you
one
guys,
time. Yeah.
but he's not going to be cool to somebody
He
that's
was on
like
the show once.
He was not.
he's not going to be cool to somebody that's like, all right, now I need your money, and he'll be like, what? You know, like, I'm Corey Feldman. Like, why aren't you giving me this for free? And I'm like, because
why do celebrities think that things
they
should
think
come
they can get everything
because
for
of the
free.
fact that they
if anything, they should be
get it
paying
for
double
free.
for everything.
I know exactly.
Well, here's the thing. Okay, so it makes sense why people give it to them because it's advertisement, but it doesn't make sense why they expect it because it's like, dude, you make more money than most of us combined.
Yeah.
There's another celebrity that I've helped where he is so cheap and he like expected me to like bend over backwards and break the rules for him, and I was like, dude, if I break this rule, I can either get fired or I will get
killed.
so in or killed, or I will get so in trouble that I just don't want to deal with it. So no, I'm not going to let you do it. And he was like he threw the biggest stink ever. And
Can you give us hints as to who it is?
okay, so I had a production.
No one
meeting.
listens to the show.
Nobody's watching right now. We're on a live stream. Nobody watches.
Yeah, exactly. How would I tell you afterwards? Because
fine.
I had a production meeting the other night, and I told the story again, and one of the people was like super upset about it, and I'd rather not break everybody's hearts, but it's somebody that y'all know.
It's Alan Thicke.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding.
I
It's
was
not him.
Shit.
I was like, are we
Imagine
two?
we did it
We're
twice.
2 for 2, dude. Fuck yeah, 2 for 2.
Damn, that would been crazy.
No, it's not Alan Thicke. But I'll tell you afterwards.
I was gonna say it was what's his name, John Cryer.
Nope.
Well, when you said it was in the 80s, I was like, was it John Cryer? Because that'd be funny.
No,
then Then he said Corey Feldman. I was like, oh shit, that's a better answer.
Yeah. Better answer. Right answer.
Because of
The
that.
right
Yes,
answer.
exactly. No, that's
right
fucking
answer.
awesome, dude.
What, that
I wanna
Corey
ask-
Feldman was an asshole to me? That's awesome.
Awesome. That you have these stories that you get on. Because, man, I feel almost like I don't even care how shitty I would. Barely. I don't really care if I get a good story, how shitty I would be treated if it's not like my regular thing. Because I would imagine you get good customers as well, right? You know what I mean?
I could tell you another story. So I was like super big into the pop 90s. Okay, like we'll just throw it out there.
Clearly.
And so like these 3 guys came in one afternoon and they were like, oh, tanning, blah, 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 blah. And explaining tanning to dudes is like really difficult because they don't care and they don't get it.
Yeah.
So I went through my whole spiel and they were like, all right, we'll just get this. And I'm like, okay, well, you have to fill out this paperwork. And at this point in time, I didn't recognize anybody, didn't notice anything, didn't get anything. Except one of the guys looks like he was from a boy band. And then the other guy was like full of tattoos, like super scraggly, like didn't look like he showered for a couple days.
That was me yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe it was
And
you.
every day before that.
So they started filling out the paperwork, and like as they fill out the paperwork, I read upside down and start putting them into the system because it just makes my life so much easier. So as this one guy, the scraggly, doesn't look like he showered, completely tattooed, is filling out his paperwork, I'm like, holy shit. I think that's, oh my God, it is. Oh my God, it is. It was Chris Kirkpatrick from NSYNC.
Nice.
And I freaked out because...
Oh, shit.
I
was like, who the fuck is Chris Kirkpatrick?
I was a huge NSYNC fan, and he didn't look anything like how he did when he was in the boy band, so I didn't know. So as soon as I saw his name, I started like shaking, and then I was like, oh my God, I know your address. I could put this on eBay and sell this. Oh my God.
I don't know how much you could
But,
sell that for.
You won't.
Yeah, no one wants to see
But-
Chris Kirkpatrick.
I'm pretty sure they have
$5.
star maps. That's the thing, right?
Maybe
That
to
was
find out, maybe if they can get him hostage to find out where Justin Timberlake lives.
There you go.
Yeah.
But we also helped Jenny McCarthy throughout her Playboy spread when she turned, what, 50, 40, 50?
She did a Playboy spread recently?
Not recently. I would say like 5 years, 4 years
When she
ago?
turned 50?
40? 50.
Was that when she did it? I mean, I thought she was already known as a Playmate.
She was, and then she redid it like
when she
within
turned
the last...
40. Wow.
Oh my God, Jenny McCarthy, don't come after me. I'm sorry. I totally just let your secret out. But anyway.
No,
Her secret is she doesn't vaccinate her kids.
What?
Oh.
Shit. She's
Okay.
44 right now.
Because autism.
Yeah, her 40th
Guys.
birthday.
Okay, so
Yeah.
she did a
That was
40th.
4 years ago.
Because autism.
Let's
So
bring that up. I didn't know what a 40-year-old Jenny McCarthy looks like.
She didn't eat for like
Not
3
great.
days.
Not great.
Worked out twice a day.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's probably great. All
Look it
right,
up.
so
Is that it?
No, I was waiting for.
Garrett?
Is it Ryan's story? Oh, I thought I was done like a long
all
time
right.
ago.
Oh no. Oh no.
Were we not in Ryan's story?
Behold the secrets of nature's deepest mystery.
She's literally like launching eggs out of her pussy. The poo-poo, eat the poo-poo guy. So they just like tie up these dudes and fart in their face. Now, maybe cut off his dick. This is gonna blow your fucking mind. Are you ready?
explosions.
Explosions.
Okay.
I feel like we've on the live feed we've gotten more and more slanted. Ricky, can you slightly fix that? Make it horizontal.
I feel like it looks fine. I think you're just drunk.
No, that's not fine. Trust me.
Okay. All right. So Cards Against Humanity raises $100,000 to dig a tremendous hole
For what?
What?
Why?
For
for
what?
no reason.
Like why?
This
though?
is the third year they've done this, where they just put it up online. This is what we're gonna do this year. Last year they sold a whole lot of nothing for $5 a piece.
a hole.
Just
Oh,
See,
that's
she-
super photoshopped.
Well, every photo is
No,
Photoshopped.
that's what I meant. Like it's a
We're
cover.
all Photoshop.
It's a cover shoot. That means that is very, very heavily photoshopped.
yeah. Wait.
Yeah. what's
Okay.
this?
Not bad though. Not bad.
Still looking.
She worked for that. She
Yeah.
worked for that. You go, girl.
Go get it. Yeah, there you go. Go get it.
You own that.
Yes.
Okay. We're looking at Melissa McCarthy.
Hopefully they paid her
Jenny
in
McCarthy.
vaccine.
Melissa McCarthy.
And Charlie Sheen is on the cover too.
Melissa McCarthy.
Interview.
Oh, and
Sex,
Charlie
drug,
Sheen.
and video games.
How funny. She plays like some chick in what's it called? 2.5 Men too.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
she
true.
does. Yeah.
I barely watched the show. Go.
Okay, so a couple, like I said, Cards Against Humanity. They do this every year, like around the holidays.
Didn't know that.
It's kind of, in the spirit of the game, which is pretty much completely nonsensical. You guys have played Cards Against Humanity before, right?
I have never played.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Really? What has been your life?
I have not existed.
Bruh.
Dude.
I recommend it.
Yes.
It's a fun game to play while you're drunk or drinking with your friends. And
You know what? I haven't played that in a long time. Can we play that? You're invited.
Yes.
We're playing Cards Against Humanity, Humpcast version. So you're all invited.
It's dangerous.
the premise of the game.
Oh shit! The comments are blowing up. No.
The premise of the game is basically just they have like fill in the blank cards, and it's like a premise, and then everybody has these black cards that they give you, and the ones that have the best answer to like fill in those blanks to you that you think are the funniest or just like the most outrageous, then that person keeps the card, and the person with 5 cards wins. So you just, but it's like the things on the
things on them are like insane,
just completely ridiculous. Yeah. So it's a really funny game, and so on. In the spirit of that, they did 3 years ago. They sold bags of poo, for $5 each.
That's right.
And then the following year it was just nothing. They put it. They just put it up and it just said nothing, and that's what you were buying for $5. So you got a receipt for nothing.
And they received that they got a lot of money.
And they got a lot of money. So this year, they were gonna just dig a hole. They said, "Okay, we're gonna start digging a hole," and
it was like as long as money keeps coming in,
they're gonna keep digging. Yeah. So it went for 2 fucking days.
Oh shit!
Did they have somebody like digging, or
no,
did
they hired a crew with like a guy with a crane.
Oh,
and
nice.
And they live streamed it on YouTube.
It's like another $1.
That's the picture
Huzzah!
of it.
And it's like,
oh, nice.
Keep going.
Fuck you, Dakota Pipeline. Random hole somewhere. That's $100,000 worth of money, apparently.
Jesus, dude, I'm
giant
very
hole.
pissed off.
That is a very big hole.
Oh my God, that's a big hole.
We're gonna need that sound drop. We're gonna need that sound drop.
Get it? Oh my God! Say that one more time.
That's a big hole.
Yeah, I like it.
No.
We're at 156.
All right, we'll wrap it up.
Cheez-Its.
All right. Yeah, and then people got pissed off and started sending them messages and stuff, and then
about what?
It's
not their fault.
In their true form, they were like, "Why wouldn't you donate that money to blah blah blah
Charity or something.
to a charity?"
Yeah.
And they were like, "Why don't you donate money to a charity?"
Yeah.
Oh, I like them.
Burn.
Exactly.
And they were like, "It's your money. You can do what you want with it."
Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
So you could set it on fire. You could put it in a hole. You could.
and
do
then
it.
there was like a whole thick, no pun intended. I saw this like. What's it called? Feed of like comments and shit, and then it said, "What am I supposed to think of all this or whatever?" And then they answered, "You're supposed to think it's funny." And he's like, "But if you don't, maybe you'll look back on it and kind of chuckle a little bit because you'll understand that this is all just about a hole."
God, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, people.
All right.
Can we get in? Is this ready yet? I've been
Nope,
staring
not
at this
yet.
for 2 hours.
Yeah, we're going. That one's last.
The grand
Damn it.
finale, bro.
Why the fuck is the one? Kanye West won't be released from the hospital.
Oh, shit.
Sad.
He's crazy.
Good.
I can't find the fucking thing. So
I heard about that. Kim is sitting by his bedside,
Sure.
feeding him.
whatever. Apparently,
Oh, they said feeding off his money.
apparently it's like it's not funny anymore because
He's, like, mentally
ill. But I'm like, dude, how many times have you seen like a retarded kid in class like
It's
do
still
some
funny.
shit hilarious? Like
It's
it's still funny.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
I'm pleading the fifth on this one.
It's just all I'm saying. It's still funny. And
Poor
he deserves it.
Kanye.
Anyway, Wood Rocket, the company that's brought us such classics as what was it? A sponge.
They did the
Square
teenage,
nuts?
they did the
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles one.
10-inch mutant. Yeah, 10-inch mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
They have another one. It's called Strokemon.
Nice. I saw that one.
Did you? What? Oh, so you're giving me shit all fucking night, but you actually saw Strokemon.
Yes.
Little bastard. Yeah, I watched 10-inch Mutant Ninja Turtles. It was quite the classic.
So did I.
You see what's happening here? You see how he gives me shit all
Yeah.
episode long?
Fucking asshole.
All episode long. He's already one-upped me on porn parodies. He's watched
Oh, God.
he's watched more than me. I know.
I pulled up porn.
What?
Did
Oh,
you
God.
just Google porn?
Oh, God.
No, that's their
Don't do
page.
it.
That's their parody.
I'm
That's their
trying
parody
to
page.
find I'm trying to find the
Do not Google
all the
porn.
list of
They have an
everything.
Adventure Time
Oh.
parody. porn
There's a
parody.
lot of it. Yeah, Adventure Time, as Venture Time.
They also have Donald Trump's porn parody.
There's a lot on here.
Fap to the Future.
Fap
Did
to the
not see
future.
that. Did not see that.
Katie
Oh,
and Bill
oh.
fucking the. What the fuck is
Oh.
this? I don't even understand what's going on.
Very fun time after
There's a lot.
the cameras are off.
Oh.
The cameras are off.
Strokemon.
Strokemon.
Found that. Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, there's also a Simpsons XXX parody.
Oh, Nardians of the Galaxy.
Nardians of the
Nards.
Galaxy. Sailor Poon.
They have a Family Guy apparently.
Yep. Family Guy.
Wow.
So
I just pulled up this picture. Every
they have-
every Power Ranger has a dick.
they have dicks on their
chest.
chest.
That's their
Oh,
symbol.
Simpsons too. They
Just- I just said
Oh,
that.
sorry. Wow. I'm
So
finding
they're
out a
well,
lot
you
of
know.
information.
These guys are just true artists.
Actually, these aren't bad because they have like motorcycle helmets as their actual helmets, but they're pretty good.
They're painted pretty good.
Yeah, those are. I definitely have the.
So it stars
Yeah, we have 'em.
Cindy Starfall.
Sex Toy Story.
nice.
That's
By
all
the
it's
way,
called.
if you're watching and you're over 18, check out porn. These are fucking awesome. They're amazing.
They're hilarious.
I
Watch
love-
porn.
Like
They're
no,
hilarious.
watch these porn parodies. They're
SpongeBob
hilarious.
Square Nuts.
They are
Oh,
hilarious.
SpongeBob Square Nuts.
SpongeBob Square Nuts. That's
Dude, the-
Oh my god.
Look at this.
so. Evil Rita Rapussy sends
Nice.
her. Anybody want to guess who Goldar's name is? What Goldar's name is?
Gold fuck.
Cunt door, cum door,
Dick bar.
gold cock.
Gold Dong.
Gold
Oh.
That was close.
Nah.
Sends them out to capture the Power Rangers.
Oh my god.
And they're named Jizzin, Willie, Sack, Creamy, and Rimberly.
I love it. I love
All
this.
But the team must go form the Mega Whore in order to go and fight the Orgasm to Freedom.
We need Dildozord power. Please
Yeah.
tell me it's a Dildozord.
And it won't be easy,
Dildozord?
especially since their new friend Cummy has turned into an evil Green Ranger that will stop at
Wow.
nothing, including an all-out karate orgy.
Karate orgy.
Yeah, so it turns into an orgy between
Wait.
all of them, pretty much.
Ryan, stop.
Spoilers. What?
Brian Gerson said that he wants me to interrupt Ryan more.
Thanks, Brian.
There
Thanks,
you go,
Brian.
Brian Gerson.
I love Brian.
Okay, so here's the trailer for Mighty Muffin Pounder Ranger.
Yes.
Google it because you can't see it here.
But you can hear it.
What the fuck? Alpha's a dildo.
Shut up, Garrett.
We must get those mighty muffin pounder rangers!
Alpha, Rita is coming. Recruit a horny group of sexy multicultural college co-eds that know karate.
Nice.
We are awesome Pounder Rangers. You guys seem cool like Boys to Men. And fresh like Color Me Bad.
What?
And tough like
Hold
the
the fuck
CNC
up.
Music Factory assembly line.
I know her.
You know what the first rule of being a Pounder
Yeah,
Ranger
it's Cindy.
No transgender
JDF?
people in the bathrooms?
That's the first rule of being an asshole.
All right, Goldung, grow
Nikki
and
Huntsman.
get them!
Yes.
We never reveal our
She's
secret
on,
color-coordinated identities.
I'll show you.
Dildor.
Dongosaur! Vibrator! But Blunkator!
Masturbatosaurus Rex.
Form the Megahor.
Oh my god.
Dildos.
Yes.
Fall faster. We're the James Franco's career of karate superheroes.
I haven't felt this sick since I watched Hulk Hogan's sex tape.
Oh my god.
That is awesome. All
Pounding time.
So Nikki Huntsman is actually on Tipsy Bartender, which is a pretty reputable cocktail YouTube channel.
Yeah.
No, it's a YouTube channel. He just makes a bunch of these party drinks. You actually linked to one of his things.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, Nikki Huntsman is one of the co-hosts on there from time to time.
And she's in porn.
No, and they mentioned they usually actually have her on episodes where they do a sex themed or porn themed drink.
Like blowjobs?
Yeah, she did a blowjob. I'm sure, like all those types of drinks, anything that has some sort of sexual act in the name.
No, not blowjob.
She does that.
No,
Yeah.
that's not. Okay, my bad.
But and that was pretty cool because it's funny because I didn't know she was in porn until that, and then I googled her and I was like, oh, well, she's in all this porn. Good for her. Yeah,
You go, girl.
yeah, you go, girl. That looks actually pretty good. I'm gonna watch that later.
Yeah. Also, check out 10-inch Mutant Ninja Turtles and Strokemon, all free at Wood
And
Rocket.
SpongeBob SquareNuts.
Oh,
Check
SpongeBob SquareNuts, all free.
They need to sponsor. You guys need. They need to sponsor.
Oh no,
you
it's
guys.
it's
They
not
should.
SpongeBob, it's Sponge Knob. Sponge Knob Square Nuts.
Fuck, I fucked it up.
So Sponge Knob
Knob.
Square Nuts, woodrocket.com. You can see all these porn parodies for free.
There you go.
It's a kind of a
Boom.
They had the director and the guy who directs all these movies. They had him on Kevin and Bean this morning
Oh, nice.
because they were talking about Pounder Rangers. Nice. Poof. All right, so that wraps up our show. Thanks, Jen, for coming in.
Thank you, Jenn Nangle.
Thank you so much for having me.
Why don't you tell everybody where they can find you on?
Oh.
One more game.
One more time.
Instagram.
All right. JenniferNangle.com. Jennifer_Nangle on Instagram and Twitter, or then Facebook.com/Jennifer Nangle. Angle with an N.
Boom.
Nice.
That's how we roll.
Garrett?
Thank you so much for listening. Definitely subscribe if you haven't already, but check us out for sure on Facebook and Instagram at _. No, I don't know what I'm doing. Check us out at Humpcast. Honestly, you Google us, Google Humpcast, and all of our shit will pop up. I'm not even gonna tell
Hopefully.
us. Yeah, no, it does. I checked it right now. We have SoundCloud, we have Facebook, we have Instagram. Our following has gotten so big that we like
to hump.
You
Humpy hump.
You humpers.
You Google Humpcast, you'll find us.
Humpers.
If you want to email us at myhumpcast@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Ask us questions.
Ask us questions. If you want to be a
We'll
guest,
ask you.
If you want to be a guest,
It's super
too.
fun.
You can even
it's
send us
super fun.
messages on Instagram. We will reply on
For sure.
Facebook
And
all that
Facebook
shit.
Live.
We love all of our followers and all of our guests and all of our we're friends really.
We have a new Patreon video coming out pretty soon. And
Wait for it.
And Brian, stop watching this. Get back to work.
Stop watching this and edit shit, Brian.
and then we'll be asking you for more money after that. So
Yeah.
thank you guys for watching and listening. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Ryan P. Demarest, or go to my website, teamryand.com. You can also listen to the podcast there because I have my own Humpcast tab.
Oh.
Oh.
I'll be in San Diego this weekend too. So if anybody listening that's in San Diego
or are near there,
I will be performing at the Comedy Palace in San Diego, doing the two shows.
It's a palace.
The early show and the late show Friday night, which is December 2nd. December 2nd.
Fancy.
Nice.
Boom. You can go follow me at Garrett_AM Lee. That's where the underscore came from. And you can also follow my daily happenings at Mitch_Striker on Snapchat. I do a lot of things and I give away a lot of stuff.
Oh. I didn't know
That's
you
the
gave
first
away
time I've heard of
stuff.
that.
Yeah.
You give away stuff?
You give
Yeah.
away tons of stuff.
Maybe if you
Sexual
actually
favors.
Maybe you're the cheapest person I know. That's definitely not happening.
I
If you
follow
check-
you and
check-
I didn't see any.
Check out your
giveaways.
Snapchat.
All the sexual favors.
Check out the Snapchat.
you desire.
Check it out.
Give away stuff.
Also, yeah, just tell me you
Fuck stuff.
add me and the new. I'll say this. All right, the new followers that say I saw this on Humpcast or heard this on Humpcast,
Butt fucked.
I will give you something. As long as
fuck you in an
you're
alley.
here around in local, if you're
If you're in LA.
if I have to send it to you,
Now you're going back on your word. Now
All
you're
the
going to
loose
fly out.
change in
No,
his
I'll give you.
pocket.
Okay, no, how about this? I'll give you something, regardless.
A text. A tweet.
Whatever's in his pocket. at the time.
I'll give you all
A
the
naked
coins
photo.
in my pocket.
And this punch card for sandwiches.
Domino's pizza coupon.
And you can follow me at twitter.com/RickyC. My Instagram is RickyC90, and I have nothing to give you but high fives.
Also, remember that this episode of Humpcast is brought to you by Proco Production Company.
Shout out Proco.
If you're
sponsors,
yes, if you're interested in any sort of videography, they are amazing. They do photography as well. Definitely check them out. You can find them on Facebook /hump or not.
Humpcast?
Underscore.
Go to nottherealproco.com. You can
Thank
find
you.
everything.
There you go.
I'm sorry, I'm drunk. That's what that is.
And I'm going to end the show on a song by the Orwells. They have a new album coming out next year called Terrible Human Beings.
Turbo?
It's about Garrett.
Nope.
Turbo Human Green.
The song is called They Put a Body in the Bayou.
Woo!
Check it out. It's pretty awesome. If you haven't heard the Orwells, check out their new album.
Do it.
Coming soon.